2, 1.
Cat.
This is the reset button.
Guess what?
Jean.
Okay, there's an
me.
actual cat. Okay.
Not that cat, the other cat.
Hello.
Okay, so previously on, you guys had decided to push forward and into the space past the research labs in the mines. You discovered eventually a Lamia by the name of Jivri, who Hecamus eventually warmed up to very quickly after being made to battle to the death, a very underwhelming battle. But otherwise, you came out unscathed. Jivri was otherwise impressed, but ultimately bored and just kind of wanted to move on, but not without giving you some very important information about the potential threat beneath Red Throne. As you start to put two and two together, you went outside and tried to chase up the mining complex and see what the problem was about. Eventually, also Zeppi rejoined you guys to tell you that there has been a bit of an emergency as there are now evacuation procedures taking place as there seems to be a skirmish ongoing at the front of the mine, which may or may not have contained no. As you went to confirm this, you eventually found that yes, there were gnolls, and you met up with a familiar entity by the name of Yanogu, which you know is a demon prince of gnolls and apparently ghouls. You caught them in the middle of a skirmish with what seems to be vampire-like beings, as evidenced by their misty or attempt at misty escape. And with that, Diogo also explained to you the situation at the front, with which he was pushing into the area, the threshold, whatever, the place where these vampires are supposedly hiding out. So eventually, they revealed the more worrying second nature of the Stone Plague, where during a meanwhile, we actually managed to get Morty cured,
Yay!
so to speak, and as well as a couple of other patients. However, while the main group was speaking with Yanogi, you discovered that perhaps those getting cured by the Stone Plague may not be entirely free of its effects, and it is likely that the secondary effect of the Stone Plague is leaving them open to possible influence by whoever started it. Now, right now, we have Morty and Glenn, who apparently had an impromptu emotional outburst at each other by using their mouths at each other. Like that.
Reenactment for the viewers at home. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Morty and Glenn.
Except Glenn was naked and Morty was wearing Glenn's pants.
Not sitting in a tree, sitting on two large hyenas.
Yep.
Technicalities.
That's one way for Morty to get in Glenn's pants. But anyway, so while you two were trying to catch up with Vic et al., Vic, you guys had decided to turn tail and run towards the direction of Morty and potentially Vistra's brother, who was supposed to be still lying in his room, who had supposedly died of the Stone Plague. Where was he? Find out on the next episode. So, but yeah, so with that, we will start the session. We'll start first with Morty and Glenn, because presumably the rest of you are just turning tail and legging it back to the Frostbeard residence.
Yes.
So I would like Morty and Glenn to take it away.
Okay, well,
Take
we're currently
away.
riding the hyenas, and I had done the locate animal ritual to hone in on a cat, which is with the others. So as far as I know, yeah, we're just doing that unless, like, I don't have any particular roleplay to do until we actually encounter something. Do you have anything you need to do, May?
Just the only thing that Morty's going. You know where we're going, right? I don't.
Yeah. No. Just how dark is it? Is it very dimly lit or is it well lit in the passages?
It's actually it's well lit at this part of. They're still relatively near the entrance, within a few, maybe say about 100 feet away from the entrance right now, and it's still well lit.
Okay, well I'll just call to Morty. Just trust that the hyena knows where it's going. Just hold on if it gets dark. Don't try and steer it or anything. It's following me.
I usually try to steer with my thighs, but I don't trust the thing between my thighs right now, so I'll just trust you, okay?
Like between.
Sounds
You
good to
steer with
me.
your thighs there, Morty.
You do! That's how you steer! A horse!
Damn thunder thighs, though.
Oh dear.
Lee!
Oh dear.
Okay. This doesn't ride like a horse, so I'll just trust you, okay?
Oh, and I suppose if you fall off, just shout out or something.
Oh, you'll hear me. Trust me, you'll hear me.
Oh,
Okay. We're riding. We're riding towards the area of.
Moment officially ruined.
They're hyenas! Oh my god. Okay. I'm good.
Corpsing. So much corpsing so early in the game.
And whose fault is that?
Okay.
Oh,
So,
me, I didn't do anything.
Are we passing any people still exiting the tunnels, or have most of the populace already made it to the entrance?
Most of the populace seems to have already made it to the safe area. Right now you're just seeing stragglers, not stragglers, stray sort of macadamai sort of making patrols. Occasionally actual humanoid also patrolling as well, keeping an eye out.
Okay. As long as they're not trying to stop us or get in our way in any way, there's no problem there. Okay.
All right. So as you guys continue on, I'll guess we'll switch over to Vic et al. You guys, with this newfound knowledge deep in the bowels of the mining complex, you turn around.
Gonna head back towards the surface, I guess, because we need to check on Vistra's family, but also a nap is in order because we're all freaking
Oh
exhausted.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Cranky and exhausted.
And everybody's kind of had a bad day except for maybe Hecamus. So yeah.
Hecamus is
Yeah.
occasionally palming the sending stone. Just occasionally. Just checking it's there in his person.
Tiny gay children. I'm technically a pansexual child for Hecamus, but shh, don't tell anyone. Yeah. Vic's not really saying a lot. He's walking along and he's still got the flail tucked into his belt. Doesn't look very happy about it.
Oh bless.
Oh god, that's right, you have the flail thing.
Vic can call you no go whenever he wants.
If he murders somebody, like bang, hey bish, wash up.
What up?
Hey bish. What happened?
What
What happened?
What happened?
I tripped over a knoll.
I tripped over a dwarf.
the dwarf. No.
How appropriate. Oh. Well, Kira doesn't.
Chaz is actually just gonna
like-
walk up to Vic, and she's just gonna fall in step next to him, and she's just very quietly gonna say, "It's not your fault, you know."
Vic's just kind of not really looking at her or anybody. He's just sort of trailing along. I don't think he's really leading the way like he did when he was running down like full pelt because he had an attack at the responsibilities. Mostly, honestly, he's just following Kidra because Kidra is the safest person to follow because if she has to duck, he'll know he needs to duck first. So, but also
Well,
like
maybe not so much duck as take something onto her shield.
yes, but yeah, Vic just sort of looks at Chaz and he's like, "Well, I know, but it's not." I realized we couldn't really have done anything about it back in Canby, but fuck, this is shit. Fucking vampires.
Yeah, I know, but it's still not your fault.
Chaz, there's, you said there were vampires in Avalon. You said there were vampires in Avalon. I'm a little bit concerned.
I got bitten by one. It was not fun.
Yeah, about that.
And she's
About
just
that.
gonna look at him and raise an eyebrow and be like, "That was also not your fault."
I know that wasn't my fault. That was you being weird and kinky. But vampires,
Look, just because
really?
I got bitten by a vampire in a whorehouse does not mean it's my kink.
And that's okay. But what the
There
fuck?
wasn't really much to tell. Okay, we dealt with it.
Like getting bitten
Temporarily,
That was an
at least.
accident.
temporarily?
Well, it did the thing the
Temporarily,
Revenant
but-
did.
Oh. Hey, that's a thing. What if we go get the flaming skulls and just sick them on the vampires?
But they weren't very keen on leaving their tomb, were they?
Vic's just making this noise. He's just like, I've had enough of today. I want to go home.
I know. Kira's going to like match her step with his and just like put her arm around his shoulders like pat.
Vic is just gonna lean over and hug her, lean over and hug Chaz, and he's just like, this is gonna be really awkward walking forward, but I'm going to continue to do it because I've made a commitment. And the commitment is to the hug motion. So we're just gonna continue to move forward.
Chaz is gonna
Meanwhile,
pull his hair out.
Vistra is shuffling along on her little dwarf legs, trying to get somewhere, and it looks a little bit like Mario, I guess. It's like
Denim.
Oh, bless.
No, it's dwarf denim, so it's Dwenem.
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 And Vic's
It's
just gonna stop for a
me,
second.
Mario.
Vistra, do you remember how we get out of here?
No, I fucking don't. But I. Do you know how to get out of here?
Vaguely, yeah. Sorta.
Could you lead the way, because I don't. I'm.
Yeah, I'm holding on to Kidra and Chaz. How about you hold on to Chaz and we just move forward like we actually know what's going on?
We're off to see the wizard.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we're just going to keep going until we exit or run into Morty and Glenn, whichever is first.
Okay. You've got an eidetic memory, so presumably you'll make an easy way out of there.
Hiccups.
Let's see. That should be fine. All right. So you eventually do continue. I'm assuming Glenn, Morty, you're gonna keep going until you
A cat, I
hit
suppose.
something. Okay.
Much. There's nothing to really sidetrack us.
Okay. So along the way, you see a couple of familiar figures coming up on you. The two of which are currently sort of, one is being leant on by the other. The other is sort of like bent over in a sort of being hugged by someone a little shorter than she'd like. So eventually you figure out that seems to be the familiar silhouette of Kidra, presumably Vic and Chaz, and also Vistra as well on the end, who's sort of like very awkward, like 4-person hug as they're walking along.
Morty calls out, "Are you okay? Are you bleeding in some weird sense that requires you to have people attached to you?"
I
Kidra?
could
I
ask
am
the same thing about you.
Emotionally scarred.
Well, we have hyenas
Yeah,
and
I order the hyenas to stop before we bang them.
Okay.
we have hyenas
The
and
hyenas
Glenn
do
is
eventually
naked,
go.
so
Again?
Where are the gnolls? Where? Once
That
you're
way.
dealing with things, what happened?
Oh,
What?
that's like
that's not the reaction of
Yeah, don't we have a fight?
yeah.
Not anymore.
someone else tell the story.
Oh, everything's okay then. Okay.
We're not that lucky, Glenn. We're never that lucky. Something's happened.
Can we talk about this on the way out of this goddamn hellhole?
Please.
Okay, that's fine.
I would very much
Morty.
like to see sunlight, or not underground, dark.
Morty, I'm gonna stay on this hyena. You don't have to stay on if you don't want.
I'm okay with this, to be honest.
Lee,
Yeah.
Kaz just rolled a 16 on perception. Can she tell if the relationship between Glenn and Morty has changed at all?
Oh my god.
Is that perception or insight?
I
Would
think
it
that
be
sounds like
inception or
insight
insight?
more.
Let's have a look. So it'll be a 16 on. Oh no, insight. Which one's that?
I think
Yeah, it would be. Oh, she's got +3 to insight. So that would actually be a 19.
Oh my.
You know that they seem a little bit more comfortable with each other. And knowing what you know of their respective phobias, this seems a decent progression of friendship. But on the whole, you don't really note any romantic connotations between them. You just know that they're a lot more comfortable with each other.
Romance DC is natural 20.
Fucking bless.
That's gay.
Technically speaking, that's ace.
Ah.
Jazz
That's
is gonna
gay.
like raise an eyebrow, and she's just gonna be like, "Morty,
Yup.
you're sitting on a magical hyena."
No, I can't make it move with my thigh. Like I would a proper horse.
She's just gonna look at him, just a bit more baffled, just be like, "No, you are sitting on a magical hyena."
Oh no, this one's made by Glenn. And the one he's on as well.
Oh,
I don't think you're
that's
gonna be
completely
able to.
irrelevant. Guys, Morty's cured.
Oh
Of
hey!
his
Okay.
fear of magic?
No, of the stone plague. He doesn't have stone plague anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't fair.
Oh,
Good.
that's fantastic.
Don't put any other strange blood in your mouth anymore.
I have no intention of putting anything else in my mouth
That's
except food.
good.
Except food. Food would be nice.
We're good.
Can we get out of this hellhole, please?
Does anyone actually know the way out? Because I'm still
That way.
fucking lost.
This
Yeah, back
The way
where we came.
apostrophe CK hole.
The entrance. I'm sure we can backtrack. No worries.
That way.
So if we're really just walking and nothing's happening, I just like to sort of move my hyena a little closer to Vic. Hey Vic, can I just talk to you quickly, if that's okay?
Naked Glenn.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Naked Glenn.
Okay. Yep. What's up?
Wait, sorry,
Okay,
can I just
well-
pause this? But before you start arcing it up, are
It's a
you
penis.
literally riding the hyena bareback?
Yeah.
He's bareback mounting the bareback hyena. Yes.
Oh god.
Is
Yes,
he gonna
I
get fleas?
didn't want to make a deal about it, but if you want me to
It's
roll
a
constitution
hyena!
or something,
For fuck's sake.
I get that chafing is a thing.
No, I'll let it happen. It's just I just want to make sure that this is a clear note with which to continue. So go on, you may continue. And pause.
Okay, and no, I'll make this quick, because I can obviously see that Vic's not in a good mood.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's just you're naked and we're riding a hyena.
Well,
Again. Naked.
Well, that's irrelevant right now, but I just wanted to say that I'm very sorry for that prank that I pulled with the rain on you. I was trying to do that whole where friends do silly stuff to each other, but it didn't turn out well, and I'm very, very sorry about that. It's now that I've come to realize that you've got a relationship with that silent tread guy, it must be really difficult to have to spend so much time away from him. And I just wanted to say I'm really, really
It's projecting.
sorry that you're going through that. And I'll shut up now, but I just felt I needed to say that.
Huh. And he's just sort of looking at him like,
Kitaga's just like,
And
Quiet.
Chaz is just
I'm
gonna
not-
sidle up behind Vic and go, see, your relationship is so obvious that even the naked elf gets it.
like
I didn't get it right away. It took a while.
17. What's my addition?
Or what? What are you
I
rolling?
rolled a 20, not natural, to elbow Chaz in the goddamn ribs.
Oh my god. AC Chaz? Does it feature AC?
It is a hit. But I am going to use my uncanny dodge. My uncanny dodge as a reaction.
well, at least it's not hellish rebuke.
You try to make a quick jab with your elbow towards Chaz's position, but somehow, despite sounding like she was there, she's also immediately not there. See the jab.
It's just like, God damn it, why does she always fucking dodge?
Uncanny
Glenn,
dab.
I appreciate the apology, to be honest. About the whole you know what? I'm not even gonna fucking protest anymore. I'm over it. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Nice of you to say. You do realize that we're having a heart-to-heart. This is the second heart-to-heart I've had with somebody while they've been naked. I don't. Actually, no. The first one I was naked.
Chaz is just gonna look at him again and just say, I can take my top off if it would make you feel better about people being naked.
I would feel better about you taking your top off.
Next up.
Speaking of naked, do you want your clothes back, Glenn?
Do you have
no,
clothes?
Do you have yours, Morty?
Vistra should
You're
have them.
more comfortable with
Uh?
clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
It might just be cold in here.
No, I'm hairy.
Is that
I'm
your
okay.
excuse, Morty?
Sorry?
Nothing.
Well, Glenn, since your clothes are currently in use by someone else, do you want Morty's clothes?
That's just gonna take up more time. Let's get out of here.
Sure.
Eh,
You do realize when we exit into civilization, you're going to have to put clothes back on.
Just get into
Unless
my
he
party.
turns into something
Yeah.
like, unless
Oh.
he like transforms.
Or you could just
No,
wear
Or
just
if his
pants.
hyena goes really fast.
Yeah, don't go really fast. That'll chafe. That's not. No.
So I say we run out of here. Who's up for that?
Yeah, I'm
Away
up for
to
that.
it.
I sprint.
It
Good.
just
Yeah, that's
Very
walking speed,
dangerous.
regular
Our short
speed.
distances.
Short distance.
Okay, so we're exiting this hellhole. Is the Paragon still there?
The Paragon does seem to be there. They're currently in a throng of important looking military inclined dwarves who seem to be also paying attention very astutely. So they seem to be formulating some sort of plan with regards to the mining complex.
So do we go over and interrupt their horrendously astute planning and inform them that there's a Knoll god down there who's really pissed off? And vampires?
Is that
That
Is that
seems
going
to
to make them
be-
attack the Knoll?
didn't
God.
you just make a deal with the Nolga?
Yeah, you did, but they didn't. So I don't know.
That is true.
I had my fingers crossed the entire time.
I don't think that's how it works.
Look, it's not that. It's just vampires.
We definitely need to warn them about the vampires.
And the Stone Plague.
Wait, there's vampires?
Again.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
Morty.
Yes.
I told someone to tell that story a while ago.
Morty, come here.
Yes.
Get down off the hyena.
Okay. Hops off. That's for the
He's gonna tug him down and just be
Your
like,
hyena
Morty,
fur betwixt your legs.
Yeah.
Morty, people who have been cured of the Stone Plague still capable of being taken over by vampires.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
But I'm not controlled by a vampire right now.
Right now.
That
Right
you know of.
now, no.
I would just feel a lot better if you kept your gun unloaded. Shut up, Lee.
Sorry.
Shut up, God.
Okay. Well, right now that's gonna be easy considering all of my weapons are being held by by Vistra right now.
You have one on you.
You
The one
do.
that Chaz gave you.
Turns
It doesn't
to-
have anything.
like digs it out, turns it over, and passes it over to Vic, like that. Okay.
I don't want it. I just want you to not have it loaded.
Yeah,
You
but
could use it.
club
You
people
could use
with.
it to cold cock someone.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take it.
Someone's being an asshole. You just go.
Vic's gonna take the gun. And I'm gonna roll.
What did you roll?
Never mind. I rolled a natural one. Vic was gonna see if he remembered how to take the bullets out of it, but he doesn't, so she's gonna look at it.
Ah,
Oh, bless.
Don't break the gun.
Me man, hit gun, go.
Taz is gonna sigh, reach over,
Vic, I don't think that's
put
how
her
you
hand
hold
on the gun, and take it away from
Looks-
Vic.
Looks into the barrel.
To the barrel.
How
Looks
does this
real
work?
intently down the barrel.
Well, Vic, that being said, and I
It's
understand
fine.
why, I am now just about as useful as tits on a duck. So
Guys are
You
always
A,
useful. How fucking dare you?
underestimate yourself, and B, we can set you on fire and still throw you at the enemy.
You also underestimate tits.
No.
someone needs to
Sure,
turn
you
this one
can.
on first.
Yeah, they took the barrier off of Morty.
I've got it,
Um,
but you need to turn it on again.
Okay.
Barrier on, barrier off.
Question was still not answered. Do we tell Paragon about vampire problem? I vote yes.
Yes, because
I
that's
think
We
important.
don't
we
have to mention the
should.
Knolls, just the vampires.
To be fair,
I
they
think
already
we
know the
should.
moles.
don't see any reason not to.
Yeah.
Taz is just very quietly going to say, if we tell them, they'll probably make it our problem.
It's already our problem.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
points
it-
at the
it
the
be-
the flail. It's already our well, it's technically already my problem.
Hey,
it
that's cool
became
looking.
our problem back in Avila.
Chaz has just got to very quietly look at Vic, and she's like, "All I'm saying is you could lose the flail."
I could, and then I'd be personally responsible for everything that happens afterwards.
If
Not if we tell the guard.
If we tell them, it should just be to get them to evacuate everyone, so that it's not really anyone's problem until it has to be.
Well, we can't evacuate an entire city because we say so. I don't think they'll do that. Keeping people out of the mines, yeah. But
Yeah. The mines would be a good start.
Chaz at this point is gonna sigh, and she's going, "You know, there's something that you guys haven't really thought about.
Yes.
Which is?
Every currently suffering victim of stone plague is about to get cured."
true.
I don't understand.
Even if they're cured of the stone plague, they're still able to have their minds taken over by vampires. So
And that if they're cured, they're going to be more effective as.
So
but
what
we
you're
can't
saying-
keep the cure from people either because they'll die.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it. I'm not agreeing.
Well, obviously, we have to take care of the vampire problem then, so they don't get used.
Okay, new idea. Tell Paragon about vampires, don't mention the stone plague thing. Go check on Vistra's brother. If it turns out to be problem, fix problem.
Why don't we just tell them about the stone plague thing? Then they'll just isolate us.
You. Morty, there's a dude in the city that's looking for you to kill you.
He hasn't found me yet.
Because we have been using your name and we gave you mine.
They won't find me in the mess of everyone who's been.
Yes, they will. You're the only human.
Am I actually the only human who's been affected by the stone plague?
So far,
You're one of the few.
you're one of the few. Thanks, God.
You're welcome.
Like,
The
alright.
stone ceiling of red-thrown parts, and the god's voice flows through.
Here's one of the
You're
few.
one of the
One of
few.
the few.
One of the few, they say.
That's the episode title right there. One of the few.
All right. Well, that would
At this
suck.
point, Chaz is gonna sigh again, and she's like, "They cure the stone plague, guys. There's going to be thralls everywhere. People that we, in good faith, cannot kill, but who will be gunning to kill us."
That's why
That's
you
why we
need to
move
isolate.
fast.
Yeah, isolate us. Frankly, really.
Morty, if your brain is taken over and somebody tells you to kill somebody who's guarding you, you're not going to hesitate.
That,
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
That's
Here's,
fine. That's better
an
than me
idea.
being used to kill you.
No, it's
See,
not, but continue on.
If we inform the Paragon only of this situation, they have the authority to issue an order that people can be cured but need to stay monitored in a controlled, safe, enclosed environment for a certain duration. And they don't necessarily need to create a panic and tell people why. Does that make sense?
That is what they should do. Whether that's actually what they would.
But the people would be cured and wouldn't die, and then they wouldn't also be a danger to everyone. I mean, there's got to be some magic users that can create, a powerful
Barriers.
barrier that can take some form. I don't know.
This is high level stuff. This isn't stuff that we should have to think about.
We
My God,
have
I'm only
to.
level 7.
We have to think about it. We have to.
This
because
is some
if we
level
don't-
9 shit.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's just you're level 7, I'm level 8. Therefore, responsibility.
I'm level 8 as well.
At this point,
I am level
Chaz is
8.
gonna say, what if we're
I'm
looking at this from the
Spartacus.
wrong direction?
Yeah.
What
Which
direction should we be
direction?
coming at it from?
Yeah.
Instead of telling the Paragon, we tell the X-Guard.
X guard. Why
You know the guard that have been replaced by the Machina, who are
Yeah.
hungry to do something to get their old jobs back?
Would that be better for the people?
Huh. No.
It would be in terms of making the decision. Because most of the people who've been affected by the Stone Plague have been people, guys. Let's be real. They've been the poor people.
Mm-hmm.
The monarchy's, well, not the monarchy, but the government's not really going to care. They've proven already that they don't really care because they barely did anything about the Stone Plague and still it started affecting the rich and wealthy. So tell the people who do give a shit about other people that things are going wrong.
I agree with this plan.
And most of the ghouls are probably going to be in the slums anyway, so it makes sense for the people in the slums to do something to protect themselves, which the Paragon's not going to do. And by the way,
What
if
are
you
they
tell the
gonna, what are
Paragon,
they going to do to protect themselves?
they put up against fight against us.
They've got to have some magic users themselves, right?
Well,
Not
not
the ones with
really.
the kind of training that are the ones in the city.
But the thing is, if we tell the Paragon and the Paragon turns around and says, "Don't tell anyone about this,"
The Paragon was the one who asked us to look into this in the first place,
quietly,
which we've done.
Have we?
but this isn't something that can be quiet anymore. If people are going to turn around and attack their families, they need to know about it.
But we can't make the decision. I see where you're coming from. We can't make the decision on behalf of these people for them. Which is, like, if the Paragon's going to turn out to be a decent person, they need to make the decision themselves.
I don't know. I kind of think what Chaz is saying is making some sense. Not that I'm an authority on anything.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying maybe we should just tell everyone instead of just the Paragon, because Chaz has got a point.
Mm.
Wouldn't
Because the
that
Paragon
just
won't tell people, we're going to have to.
But if the Paragon puts a gag order on us, I say that we tell someone first who can
Yeah.
spread it around and then tell,
Well-
tell the Paragon. Because that
Who?
way, even if the Paragon,
Well, we can conveniently tell people on the way out and then go check on Vistra's brother, and if it turns out that it's a problem, then we can tell the Paragon about that.
I
as
can
well.
tell the Thieves Guild. She's just going to go very, very meek
Equal?
at this point
You
and
okay?
quiet and step backwards.
You could tell that there's a lot of questions.
Are the
But-
Thieves Guild going to pass it on, or are they going to try to make a buck from it?
No, they'll pass it on. If only to protect themselves, they'll pass it on.
Fair enough. Alright.
What about Tilbrook? Wouldn't
They did me a favor already.
And this is yours for
This
paying
is
it.
me doing one back.
Alright.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
Right, so
let's go
Thieves
check
Guild?
on Vistra's brother.
Yeah. And we can, Chaz, if you know any way, or if you find a way of getting people a message on the way through. Because we're going to be heading back around that way anyway.
This stage, she's got to look at Mouse and she's going to be like, "You up for a flight?"
Mouse makes a short series of very excited chirps.
No.
See, put the mic a bit closer to your mouth a bit.
just slightly.
Apparently, it's not using this mic; it's using that mic. Okay. Hello.
I know.
Hello.
Taz is going to quickly scribble down just a short note to the barkeep at the tavern, and she's going to write it in. She's going to use the cantrip disguise writing or whatever it's called. That one.
Illusory script?
Wingdings.
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 Okay.
Okay.
And she's going to address it to him, and it's just going to quickly say, she's stone plague cure found. Possible links to vampires. Be wary of. Keep an eye on victims in case they start behaving oddly.
Okay then.
And she's going to
So-
pass that to Mouse, and she's going to go, you know the shithole tavern?
2 short bird-like chirps sound like acknowledgement.
To the barkeeper, okay?
Another short chirp, and they start to prepare their her wings to flap. And she
She's
takes
gonna-
to the air.
And
But
Vistra still got
she
actual
circles-
with her?
Mouse circles back, lands back, nibbles on your hair, Chaz, and then flies off.
Bye, Mom.
Have Kidra or Mori still got Axelrod with them?
I'm pretty sure Kidra still has like Axelrod in the bag.
I assume that with Morty now present, Axelrod wouldn't have wanted to stay with Kidra any longer.
So I'm assuming Kidra, you handed the bag to Morty.
Bag of
Yes.
bag of
Bag
bag
of
of joy.
Bag of aberration.
Bag of joy.
Because Vic just wants to look at Axelrod and just be like, why can't you be that useful?
It makes it very annoyed, like high pitched chirrup at you. Morty, once you receive the bag of Axelrod actually does not want to be in the bag.
Okay. Okay.
Axelrod keeps trying to go onto you, be
Alright.
carried by you, not in the bag.
Okay. Come on. All right.
Baby.
Well, okay.
He's
well,
trying to nuzzle.
Okay, this is life now. Apparently, this is life now. All right.
He's
I'm-
stepping all over your chest to get some form of comfortable platform somewhere curled around your neck, but so that his head is still somehow smushed against your face.
I'm very
Aw.
sorry. I have no tits to stand on, but you have to make do, honey.
It's not an owlbear or a cat. Jesus. Whatever that is.
Is
The claws they have not been trimmed yet, so there is a fair amount of scratch. as
Sharp
he
thing.
is trying to grip.
Do not fucking bleed. Just.
yeah, Glenn. I'll try not to bleed on your shirt. Sorry.
Just don't.
Mm.
Okay, so while we're doing this, we're heading towards Vistra's parents' place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my face
Are you
covered with
whispering?
owlbear.
Are we gonna get a Dwoober or are we gonna just walk?
What's the fastest way to get around? Thanks to the Doober.
A Dwift.
Waxy.
A dwarf car.
Adwazuki Dwift. Adwazuki Swift.
That was
No!
Wow.
You worked too hard for that.
Plus.
Suzuki Swift. Jesus, no.
Oh, now that we're are we out of the caves, like walking through normal town now?
Yep, yeah, you're still around the old quarter until I get a confirmation you guys are goobering.
Just now that we're
Yeah.
back out, like in the general sort of, I'm going to dispel the hyenas and switch to cat form, so we don't draw as much attention.
Kitty.
The clothes, they fall off.
No.
Wait, did you even
there's
have
no
clothes?
clothes.
Oh,
No,
you
I
did not
didn't have
naked.
clothes.
I'm wearing them.
he's
Oh my
naked.
god.
Hold on.
What is that? Roll
Okay.
for clothes.
You do get a fair amount of glances from people when
Oh.
at your rather undressed nature.
Unceremoniously naked.
So some people are like sort of like averting their eyes, like trying not to meet yours. Some people are like unabashedly staring at the dingle dongle.
Plus.
Because it's about height level. It's about where their eye levels are.
Oh god.
Face full of dingle dongle. Oh god.
Tiny ass storms, yo.
Okay,
If
well,
we're
I
taking
remembered
the Doober-
eventually. All right, now I'm a cat.
Yeah, there. If we're taking the Doober and Glenn is turned into a cat, is Glenn following behind the Doober, or is Cat Glenn in the
Like,
Doober?
what kind of cat did you turn into? Like a cat, or
Just
just like
a just
a
small.
cat?
Okay, prison job cat.
Oh.
So gigantic and full of
What?
grease.
Oh,
The fattest cat.
Sorry,
Fat
so
as a
gigantic
cat.
and covered in grease.
No
No.
grease.
Just
No.
fat.
No
a
grease.
greasy cat.
Then Hecamus in
no,
the background. Hecamus in the background, covered in grease.
Oh.
Somebody say Greece.
Okay, I didn't want to derail things. I just thought I'd better bring up. that
That's
I
alright.
just-
Well, we're gonna grab a Dweeber apparently, so we'll do that.
So you guys managed to board the little Uber carriage, and off you go towards the residential quarter. So
It is still the fat when we get there, right?
Jazz is gonna nap in the Dwoober.
Oh, bless.
Can we all get short rests in the Doober on the way there?
But okay, I'm assuming that Chaz is sitting next to Vic, and she's just gonna like put her head on Vic's shoulder and just go to sleep.
Aw.
Vic's got his head tilted a little bit because the horn is like poking him in the neck. He's just like, fuck.
Oh.
Okay, I guess this is my life now. Okay. He's cool. He's cool. He does have the cat as close as he can get him because they went from claustrophobic underground to claustrophobic Dweeber, and he's not having a great day.
Oh, honey.
So-
Oh.
So yeah, how long is it going to take us to get to?
The Frostbeard mansion.
about I'd say wait, how long? I'd say about an hour of travel from one end to the other. It takes a half hour to cross each of the quarters.
Wow.
So does that mean we all like chill and get a short
Wait.
rest, or?
Yeah, technically, because a
Yeah.
short rest is a minimum of 30 minutes.
Sorry, Lee. I know you told me to remind you, but I forgot what I was supposed to remind you. All I know is I'm supposed to
Yay!
remind you after I got a short rest to tell me to do something.
That's here.
I can't remember what it
Oh
was.
right, I did. I remember now. Hold on, I just need to
Okay.
load up some stuff.
I can't remember what it told me to remind you of.
I remember.
My
It's okay.
my dad just got home, so I believe we're gonna dinner in a bit.
Yeah, one moment.
Pretty sure, given that it's
Winner.
getting close to 7:30, it will be dinner here soon too.
Okay.
Doing her.
Winner.
You're the real winner.
You're the best.
Vistra stares down to her plate of
Who's
meat
gonna
and
ever
ale.
break you down?
Dwarf
Winner,
dinner.
winner, wicked winner.
You're gonna fall off. Okay. The Furby nearly fell off the desk dancing. Okay.
Yes.
That's your Furby's fault for being crazy.
No, it
Valley
is the-
Girl dances itself,
Not
dances
yet.
herself into oblivion.
Not yet. Not yet.
The happy nihilist Valley Girl.
No, it thinks the sound of my fan is music, so it's dancing along with it.
Oh,
Silly.
bless
Is
her,
it-
likes vaporwave.
That's haunted.
Is it if it's a nihilist Valley Girl, does that make it a manic pixie dream girl?
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna kill everybody. And like, nobody deserves to live right now.
Oh my god, Mango.
I am so happy to
We're
be
all
here.
gonna die
Celebrate.
anyway.
My
So that's
depression means I can't clean up my room, but that's going to teach you to be less of an uptight neat freak. But conveniently, at the end of the movie, my problems haven't been addressed.
I'm still gonna be depressed
There's
and
salt
hating
there.
everything. No,
Dang.
Or if we're going the not the Ruby Sparks. Yes, Ruby Sparks. That movie, that terrible movie where there was the made-up girl. Like he wrote a girl
Yeah.
and she came to life.
Okay,
And-
Mango. Sorry.
All right.
Okay.
Frostbeard vampire,
Oh.
yes?
Frostbeard
guys
vampire
walk up-
play.
Frostbeard,
You
yes.
guys-
Vampire, no.
You guys eventually feel the carriage come to a halt as it stops in front of the familiar Frostbeard estate. You
I
are
haven't thrown
creeping
up on this today.
this board, unboard, deboard, what's the word? Unboard. Fuck off the carriage.
Decant themselves from the carriage.
The carriage ourselves.
The
Exit.
Carriage.
A light
Carriage.
from the carriage.
Thank you. A light. A light.
That is
There we go.
literally not.
It was nowhere close, but that was
I
a
like
Rainbows.
decant.
Rainbows. Collocation.
A light from the carriage, not related to a light from above. I am gonna just sprint out of the carriage and run
Sprinting dwarf.
inside the house. I'm very dangerous over short distances, and there is only a short distance between the carriage and the door.
You guys start to make your way out of the carriage, but Vistra essentially climbs over all your legs and or laps until she pretty much makes a beeline for the door.
Ooh.
Vistra,
I knew.
I'd like you to roll a perception check, please.
Perception.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
That's going to.
Oh shit.
Let's-
This don't see shit.
Well,
Don't say shit.
Let's see how.
It was nice knowing
Everything's
you
fine.
guys.
Let's go home.
That's not bad. That's 15.
That's not bad.
I saw some shit.
Shit.
Okay. All right. I am sorry. Reading.
Furious.
Okay. So, Vistra, you come up to the entrance to your estate, and the door's closed and everything, but it contrasted against the stark sort of marbling of the the stairs leading up to the door. There is a slightly now brownish, deep brownish stain leading in.
Somebody pooped their pants.
well,
There's a deep brownish stain leading to where?
Leading in, but the door is
Oh,
closed.
leading in, but the door's closed.
oh,
I'm trying the
dear.
door. Is it locked?
It seems locked, yes.
Who can open? Chaz, can you open locks? I'm
Taz
kicking and
is just
punching
not
doors.
even going to dignify that with an answer. She's just going to walk to the door.
I'm kicking and punching the door.
Okay,
Taz
are
is
you
gently going to rest her hand on Vistra's shoulder and just be like, I need the door to not be vibrating if you want me to open it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna first check the door for traps because Chaz sees a big brown stain and thinks dried blood.
Mhm. So roll for your check for traps.
Need to check what that is. I have forgotten. What is check for traps again?
That Dex.
Perception.
Yeah.
Perception, I think, as well.
She only got a 10.
Back. Mm, 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 mm. Yep. So you give a cursory look over the door, and it is locked, but not trapped.
Right, she's gonna unkick the door, even though I don't trust you, Lee.
So you're gonna block the door?
Yep, lockpick door. Hold on.
Block with dexterity.
Yeah, I know. I just checking what my bonuses are because I think I've got double bonus on picking locks. Yeah, I do.
Dang.
Yeah, so that is plus 7 to a 16, so 23.
Okay. With relative ease, the latches come loose, and the door no longer locked. Glenn.
Just quickly, because as a cat I am extremely good at smelling, I would like to make a quick perception check on the brown stain, just to see if I can discern what it may be.
Okay.
I have advantage on perception with smell. So that is 19.
Ooh.
I'm carrying Glenn. No.
Shit.
Sorry.
You suddenly die.
So sorry. What's the number again?
19.
Sorry, can't get distracted. It smells very coppery, but also relatively as though it's a bit old. Not necessarily like ancient, but it's been a while since this blood was spilled.
Okay. You did just say blood. Right, got it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. I can't communicate that to anyone unless they use animal.
Oh boy.
You can always say meow.
What is it, boy?
Is
Timmy
Timmy
down
down
a
the
well?
The well?
Chaz is gonna look down at Glenn and then she's just gonna stealth into the building.
Did she open the door first?
She stealths into the door.
Bonk.
Rolling across
Is
an
that a
empty
glitch or a
parking
bug?
Oh, bless.
Well, I guess
Yes.
the word didn't see me.
So she just got quite low for her, 18.
Dang.
You pass unhindered past the threshold of the estate, and you're now essentially in the little entry hall for the Frostbeard.
Vistra is going to just burst through when she sees that Shaz was able to make it through fine. Vistra's just gonna burst through and start calling out names.
As you start calling out names, Chaz, both of those of you who have gone inside, you note that there is a more sparse and sort of street stain of same sort of dark brownish reddish color that are going up the stairs leading into the bedrooms. As Vistra, however, starts calling out, a figure appears at the top of the stairs and starts
How dark is it in here?
Descending?
it's well lit. Descending, that's it, thank you. The place is well lit.
Oh, it's not lit.
It's well lit.
Oh god. Okay, so it's very lit.
It's very lit, actually.
It's lit as fuck.
Lit as fuck. Holy shit.
What do you mean that's as fuck? I can't deal with making jokes.
This party is lit. Well lit. Lit as fuck.
Lit as fuck.
What do your elf eyes
Do I
see? Old as
recognize-
balls.
Oh, this one.
Do I recognize the figure coming down the stairs?
Yes, you do. It is in fact Malik. He looks concerned and surprised, mostly concerned though.
Would it be medicine or perception? Oh, I suppose it doesn't matter because it's wisdom either way. Check to see
Yeah.
if there's anything that looks wrong with him. Because
Yeah, it's
either way, I
check.
got a 10. But
He seems very stressed out, very distressed, at least prior to your intrusion.
Aw.
So Malik does sort of come like barreling down the stairs, like Vistra, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be doing some saving the world business or something.
I'm trying to. Where's the dead body?
The dead body. We've sent it for cremation now. What?
And is everybody there?
No, we. Well, not everybody. It's just me and And he sort of looks a little bit reluctant to say. It's just me and it's just me here.
It's just you here.
There was an
Yeah.
and in that.
Yeah, too late to take it back now, Doofus.
Look,
by the way, Chaz is still under stealth, so she's creeping, seeing what she can see in terms of blood. Malik's on the stairs, isn't he? And the blood's going up the stairs?
yes.
You can't just you and no wait, not there's no one else here but me. And there, you're standing next to like a bunch of like fucking.
All right, I get it. I get it. I'm a shit liar. All right, okay, I get it. My point is, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say it because something's just happened and Rika's upstairs and she doesn't look very she got injured is all. Looks like
Who
she's been in a
got
fight.
injured? Who?
Rika.
Oh, what? A fight with who? When?
Well, I've been trying to get that out of her, but she's been reluctant to tell me jack shit. So I've been just trying to patch her up and well, she's a little worse for wear, but not exactly dead at least.
Did she say where she came from at least? Or is she just like fucking letting herself be an asshole?
I honestly don't know. She didn't tell me. I'm not kidding. She's been very tight-lipped about exactly where she came from. Just that she's injured and she needed somewhere to stay and recover for a bit.
Vic?
Why?
Healing spells.
That's great.
You need one.
If you want to help, sure. Well, I don't know if sure. I really ought to ask her first, but at the same time, I'm just concerned.
All right, wait. If someone could take care of Sorika just as quickly as possible, maybe we can get some info out of her. But it's just clear for me, when is the cremation happening? Is it happening right now?
Yes, it's happening right now. We've Mother and our Mom and Visola. They're out there at the moment. We said we'd follow strictly after, but Rika just sort of came out of nowhere, and I just had to hang back and figure out what to do.
All right. Another quick question. Did you notice anything weird or strange about the dead body other than the fact that it was fucking dead?
Madrun? You mean I mean it was a little bit uncomfortable to look at since he's been like 90% covered in that stony looking appearance, but
Nothing strange? Like, and then just sort of wake up in the middle of the night and start eating everybody around?
Are you saying the stone plague's some sort of undead spell or something?
It's a long fucking story, and that's why I need to know exactly what's going on with that, and I think Mazorika might have information about it too. And I'm completely torn about staying here and trying to get that info out of Mazorika and going after the cremation party.
Well, we're here now, Vistra. We'll deal with this, what's now here now. Then we can chase after what's going on in the other party.
It's do you think we're gonna have enough time? What if the change thing happens while we're here?
While we're debating, it's gonna take longer.
Good point. Where's Rosorica? Let's try and help her out and let's see if she'll tell us anything useful.
Before we do, Vic wants to use primeval awareness.
What does it do?
See if he can detect any undead in the house.
Oh boy.
Oh,
There
dear.
is. What's the range of undead of primeval awareness?
Within 1
Range
mile.
of undead.
Range of
Yeah,
undead.
it was big.
That's pretty
was
big
big?
though.
Yep.
Within 1 mile.
Primeval awareness, yeah.
There is no undead in the vicinity of which you try and extend your.
Is it a
Okay,
mile?
cool. Was just checking.
Checking. Okay, well,
Ah,
can we go to where she is now?
yeah.
I'll get a Panadol ready.
Yeah. Do that, because I've got nothing right now.
I've got something that I can help with. So I'm just gonna head upstairs with this chuckle fuck. I'll go see your
Alex.
sister.
Yeah.
So yeah, where is she?
Here,
Upstairs.
turning pages.
Yeah, she's upstairs, but maybe we should check if it's okay for. I mean, I was actually supposed to keep this quiet, but I can't really keep this quiet if we've got 6 people in the house. Aren't
No shit.
Everything stopped being quiet when the Fire Nation attacked. Everything stopped being quiet when the mines basically imploded and you've now got the Paragon down at the mines with an entire army of people.
Has Malik noticed that Chaz is there? Because she's still technically stealthed.
No, he hasn't noticed.
A cat is
Okay.
counted as people.
I'm sorry, I'm counting Hecamus here. Hecamus is just.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And Glenn is still a cat. Not a cat, but a cat.
You can't. How were you expecting to keep this quiet? There's fucking dried blood everywhere. I mean, what were you gonna say? Oh no, I just spilled some chocolate on my way up.
I've told you know me, I'm a terrible liar. I was gonna say something like I cut myself shaving while I was standing outside on the porch. I don't know.
And on the stairs?
Yes, as he mentions this, you do note that he does have a very hefty, unkempt, unshaven beard. So
Where were you shaving?
my armpits. I was gonna be impromptu about this. All right.
Leave the lying to Vistra. Just let me get upstairs to talk to the Vomit Queen.
All right. Probably Vistra if you. Maybe you should go with your friend. I mean, you know, Voster is pretty. I mean,
Yeah, she doesn't like me
anyone,
very
but-
much.
This family has a history of not liking each other very much. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
How long ago did you say she got hurt? How long
Uh,
ago did she say that she came back from fucking hurt?
Nothing, no more than half an hour ago. She came in, and so I've just
Okay.
been taking care of her.
All right, might not be too late or too hard to help her then. Maybe. Go on up to the room to Vasarka.
On the way up, can I roll perception to check if I remember how long it takes for blood to dry to get that goddamn color?
Yes.
Would that be that or medicine?
Yeah, I guess I'd say it's medicine actually. Sorry.
Well, that's a 14.
You do know that blood does dry and turns brown, and blood, while dry and is brown, it does take a certain amount of time. May, can you confirm?
Would take at least an hour for that to get to that color at least.
There we go. There
Not
we
So
not
he's
half an
lying
hour.
about how long. So he's lying about how long his sister's been here. You're a very good liar.
Hmm.
Okay, let's get upstairs and have a look.
I'm trying to remember where I last saw Vistra. Wasn't it at the clerics? She was helping out. Yeah, when we first took Morty there from the stone when he first got the stone thing.
So it's kind of
The last
suspicious
time.
that she was the only one that's hurt, and your older brother is the only one who saw or has seen her.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Hey, Kedra,
Yeah,
do you reckon you could come upstairs and give us a bit of a hand if she gets rowdy?
sure.
Thanks.
She's injured. What's she going to do? Bleed on
Oh
you?
no, it's just a precaution. That's all.
Not everyone
Don't
likes healing
even
magic.
know-
Look, I am not going to hurt her unless she decides to lay a hand on one of my friends. But
I'm like, you can't really make jokes about bleeding on people to kill them. Just, hey, fucking stone plague.
Yeah, and look, honestly, some people don't like healing magic. It's not fun.
Huh. Did I actually wait, sorry, I just noticed there was a side note I put here. I don't know if I ever addressed that. Huh.
Oh, are you DM whispering to yourself?
Yes, I am.
bless.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask first. I'm gonna DM Mr. You, Mango, because I want to know if I told this to you. Because if not, then I'm just gonna not make it
Oh
hard.
boy.
Oh,
Because this is pretty important detail that I may have missed out on telling people. But
oh,
Oh. Oh.
Well,
That's it. We're dead.
We're dead.
while the DM is whispering, everybody go check out.
We're dead. Morty's probably reverse dead.
Have you
I was
tried
only
loot crate?
mostly dead.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Are you trying to reset Morty?
Well, I'm not going to stick my finger up his bum, so yes.
Peter is the only one tall enough to hang him upside down, though.
Well, with a convenient system made of ropes and pulleys, we could hang Morty and shake him.
That sounds like a weird opening to a porno.
An engineering student porno.
Yeah, distracted by the DM from the DM whisper by that.
trust me, I'm an engineer.
Ooh.
He just trust me, I'm an engineer, and then there's just a rip of duct tape. Because that's how engineers fix
Okay,
everything.
okay,
Duct tape
okay.
and hope.
Duct tape and hope. And
okay, so
prison.
anyway, I just needed to double check because there was apparently a story point here that I wanted to make a thing, but because I guess I skipped over it when I was reading it and I never mentioned it, so it's not important anymore. All right.
But I'm intrigued now, though.
Chucks that story bit out the window.
Ah, well.
I'm intrigued
Oh,
now, though. I
that's
wonder
right.
what I would have seen.
Stone plague? I
Right.
mean, bone plague. Everybody's bones fell out.
Okay,
Oh, shit, son.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to keep DM whispering Mango, and I want to clear this off with her.
That's how the skeleton war starts.
Did you know you have a skeleton inside of you right now?
Half man, half skeleton.
Half frightened.
That's too many halves.
Maybe for you.
Technically, we are brain meat inside a bone robot piloting a flesh robot.
Fucking freeloading skeletons. I haven't seen any rent.
That was capitalist of you. Oh my god.
That was really good.
God.
Thank you.
I mean, you did break one of your bones once, so technically you like mafiosoed your bones into giving you protection money.
More than
Extortion.
More than once. You're bad, Mafia Tom. Thomas, middle name, last name. Bad Mafia.
You made me an offer I had to refuse.
He made me an offer I had to refuse. I'm allergic to tomatoes.
I'm going to jail.
Oh god.
Stop rolling,
kind of-
May!
No,
I kind of want
that's the
to
DM
make
making me roll.
I want to make a T-shirt which actually says blank middle name, last name.
Followed on the back by how dare you. I do want a shirt that says, if lost, please return to Kidra.
That's for all of us.
Yeah. Everybody's wearing an if lost, please return to
Okay,
Kidra shirt.
because I've
And
made
Kidga.
Morty.
I am Kidga.
Because I made May roll, I need to also DM whisper you now, May. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Um.
Okay.
Suddenly, 3 members of the party just dropped in.
This is going to jail. Fuck. Don't just DM whisper a lamau at me. Give me details.
That's the best DM whisper.
Oh my
Elmo.
God.
My favorite DM whisper I've ever gotten from Lee was just whoops.
Oh bless. That's great.
I can't even call that like an abuse of DM power. That's like
Rhea shrugs.
Whoops.
I'm pretty sure that
What's
Lee,
the
when they
whoops about?
die, is going to have the Reyes shrug on their gravestone. Just a picture of Gabe shrugging.
You know what? Yeah.
Now I'm trying to figure out what we'd all have on our gravestones. Lee would have the Reyes shrug. May would have a Furby.
May would have a Furby on his tombstone.
Mango would have a picture of a mango.
Yes. Yes, I would be disappointed if there wasn't.
Cat. I don't
Don't
want
go the obvious route. Don't go the obvious
No.
route.
No, I was gonna say you'd have one of your creepy dolls on your grave or something.
Oh.
Oh, what would Cat have? Hashtag China would be on Cat's gravestone.
Hashtag China. Oh my god.
Wow.
Tom's gravestone would be internet issues.
As he walks away from the headphones.
He walks away.
Oh, Tom, we love you so
Um,
much.
Natalia's
Namaze.
gravestone would just say borscht.
No, Namaze would be mistakes were made, and Cade's would be the mistake.
I was the mistake.
Who was that? Was that the maid? The maid?
I'm pretty sure it was Namaze.
Vengeance.
Vengeance! I will defend my husband's honor.
Honey, I don't
She
have
attack.
I left my honor in my other
You
pants.
can borrow. You can borrow mine. It's okay.
I left my honor in my other pants. I don't have any.
I think I would like the party to make a quick perception check because
Sure.
Malik has just turned around to sort of softly follow Vic and the rest upstairs just to make sure everything was okay.
Softly follow.
Chaz didn't see
Oh my
shit. She rolled
god, what the
7.
hell am I rolling today?
Am I allowed to use smell for my perception?
Or some very disappointed sound.
It would affect the
21.
answer.
I will allow it if you want to instead use your smell, but the description may be a thing.
Different.
Well, 22 then.
Oh,
Anyone?
snaps.
Why do you-
But looks like he
So
just got
anyone?
the site sorted out anyway.
Okay.
Morty don't know nothing.
Quidra sees everything.
Sorry, and Chaz got.
7.
Oh wow.
What did you get, Mango?
So.
Oh yeah, should I have rolled?
Yeah.
You.
Why did I
no,
fucking roll then?
No,
You
because
said
of
everybody
what
in the
we
party.
sorry, no, because of what we just talked about, Mango. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. I was just like, should I have rolled? No.
Yeah, but then Lee
I was
said
thinking,
everybody
no,
in the party.
this is a DM.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Heck, what did
Okay,
Heck get?
so,
Wait, what did Heck get?
$5 and a tissue pen.
5K and the gold
Um,
party. What?
Edible underwear.
We love you, Emily.
It smelled like meat.
If it's
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
the edible
edible
part of the
underwear,
underwear.
wouldn't it be like already half eaten by Smidget?
Okay.
Oh,
Just snitch it? Yeah.
Like half
Snitch it's on a sugar
juice
high
thing.
because it's that candy underwear.
Oh god, those
Okay.
things.
I just ate like the crotch part.
This is not important to. Okay, wait. Do I want to. The part. I am going to individually DM whisper this to those of you who got the appropriate score.
Oh
If you
god.
didn't get a
Oh
DM whisper
god.
from me, y'all get it.
shit.
Also, I will get a very separate description for you, Glenn. 1 sec. Okay, first I need to type it out. And
Wow. While the DM whispers, check out our exclusive merchandise.
That we have none of.
We have
Yeah.
none of.
We
Hey,
have
hey,
artist-specific one though. Cade has got a
The
shop.
store.
Yep.
Come on.
You can buy
Oh,
stuff from me, but
yeah.
it's probably covered in skulls, skeletons, or both.
This is a
Or
bonus.
That sounds like it's a bad thing.
Or sharks. Or skeleton sharks. Or sharks.
Skelly
skeleton.
sharks.
We'll
Skelly
put the link.
shark.
We'll put the link in info in the video. I'm
You
sure.
can buy my things in
Yay.
money so I can afford to pay the vet bill.
Oh.
Oh.
Titan seriously was like $300 something today. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
Vets are so
baby.
expensive.
Oh, Titan.
do not ask for wisdom teeth. I hate mine. It's literally knocked my entire teeth. My teeth used to be decent, and then my wisdom teeth grew in, and now everything about my
Aw.
teeth are stupid. I swallowed the
I
wrong
heard-
pipe.
Sorry?
Oh God, are you okay?
Oh.
I heard Lee say wisdom teeth.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Dwarven wisdom teeth. The wisdom teeth.
Wisdom teeth.
Right, so I think I whispered the appropriate people. If you did not get a whisper from me, that's because your roll sucked.
That's cause you losers.
This includes
I'm
you,
very
Mango.
distracted.
I know, right?
Chaz is like
You're
so
right.
busy stealthing, she doesn't notice the thing that's stealthing.
You stealth past each other like ships passing in the night.
God.
Morty's just
I'm still
generally
amazed
distracted.
I'm still amazed that Chaz is managing to stealth down a well-lit hallway.
She's just hiding behind Keithra. Just like,
Yes.
Best cover.
She.
if Keithra turns around, you just see Chaz attached to her back like a limpet, just like.
Like a barnacle.
Just like the from Emperor's New Groove. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Is he doing his own theme music?
You just hear Chaz just going da 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 da. If somebody sees her, the Kill Bill music siren will just start going. Alright, cool. So are we continuing on our path to go and annoy Vistra's sister?
Yes.
I would assume so, yes.
Excellent.
Before they do, Keith
Uh-oh.
would like to position herself, but at the front of the party, not in front of Malek, but at the front of the party.
Okay.
Morty's gonna take up the very rear because like he's constantly looking, like he's sort of, like he's dragging his feet basically.
Are you having a sulk, Morty?
What?
That was out of character, by the way.
No. Nope. For once, nope. For once.
All right.
Do you sure?
Okay.
Okay.
So eventually, those of you who have opted to ascend the stairs and turn into presumably Vasarika's room. The door is currently half open, and it is unwittingly. You can presumably guess, astute, estimate, fuck words. You can presume that Vasarika is in there because the doorknob does have a bit of the stains on it.
Mm.
Is it dark in the room?
Not dark. It is
Not
lit.
dark.
It's not like brightly lit, but there is a source of light in the room, enough to illuminate it, comfortably.
Vic's just asking offhand, like, so do you usually make people who are wounded open their own doors?
Ooh.
Offhanded to who? Sorry, to you, Malik?
Yeah.
Isn't Malik the good one?
No, he's
Malik's
just the
a
one that
nice
can't
one.
lie for shit.
But
Malik
of them,
sort of
is
shrugs
it
at
the
you.
good one?
Sorry. Someone's got Geralt going off.
Gerald.
That's
Yeah.
probably me.
Talia.
Oh, okay.
Le, 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 le.
Tell me when it's over.
Do you remember?
There we go.
There.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. So, as you sort of give that side comment, Malik sort of shrugs at. She kind of just barreled in here. She knew Vasarika as much as Vistra and I know. She kind of just does things, and you have to kind of.
Fair enough.
Sure.
So can we see inside the room at all?
I don't know. Is anyone going to open the door and see Vasarika?
Well, Vistra's in my way. I can't open the door.
Well, she moves away. She moves away from the door, but she stays in the vicinity of Malik. Like, go ahead, help yourself, Jesus.
Knock, knock, knock.
Be the
Magic
appropriate
healing
god.
delivery. Like, magic healing delivery.
An annoyed sound. Malik, I told you not to tell anyone. Are you an idiot?
We came here of our own volition, and you don't need to be rude.
Too late,
Oh,
she was
God,
born rude.
There's
Oh
the
God,
one.
it's it's you.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Look at me. Then
Vic just sticks his hand in the door like with the magic fingers.
Did
I don't
you
want the
see-
magic fingers.
Do you not want a healing at all?
I want to not be bleeding, but I also don't like you. Just so that's clear.
How about you close your eyes and pretend it's not me?
I'm pretty used to that.
A
I'm sure
voice
you
from
would
the
be.
darkness. A voice from the darkness. Just close your eyes and think of England.
Well, that's in England.
Orasnia.
Vic's just gonna shove the door
Don't think of
open.
Erasnia. God, don't think of Erasnia.
As you push the door open, before you there is a Vasarika currently prone and dead. She's sort of lying down on the blankets, and she does look like she's had a horrible time. A large part of her right side is currently wrapped up in various bandages. There is a table that seems to have been like pulled in from the wall, and there is various medical accoutrements in it, some bandages, wipes, a bowl full of what once presumably was hot water, now probably warm. There are towels, various amounts of sort of drenched. There is notably some of the towels are actually drenched in a different color that is not blood, presumably some form of other liquid. It's actually rather a little greenish, yellowy greenish in hue. One of the towels you notice as well has this greenish hue stain, but a large portion of it is also seems to have been burnt off.
Okay. Vic's not even gonna bother stopping. He's just gonna walk in and can I get a medicine check so I can see what's exactly wrong with her?
Yes, you may. You may indubitably make an
I just
attempt.
fucking dropped it. I didn't even roll it. There we go. I tossed it and it just sort of slid across the board instead of rolling. It just slid.
Plus.
That's not rolling, that's sliding.
Okay, so that's a 20, but not natural.
It would seem Costa Rica may have encountered a horrible happenstance that involved acid, because some parts of her flesh peeking out from the bandages seem a little melted and show
Whoa.
signs not entirely all the way through, but enough that it could be causing someone intense pain at the moment. And a quick glance at Costa Rica's already usually stern countenance, and she's got her brows furrowed as if she's trying to hold back a lot of,
Honey.
presumably the pain she's under.
Okay, Vistra, can you get me another bowl of water, please? Preferably one that hasn't been contaminated, whatever the fuck's going on here.
I'm not even gonna question it. I'm just gonna rush out and find that bowl of uncontaminated water.
A big bowl.
A big bowl of uncontaminated water. One big old bowl of uncontaminated water.
A voice from right outside the door, very distracted. Gloves? Does anyone have gloves?
No gloves. No gloves. It's fine. Vic is going to look around for. Is there a linen cupboard or a chest or something that would have sheets or anything like that in the room?
There is an armoire at the foot of the bed.
Okay, Vic's gonna
bit of a walk.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vic's gonna go through that and see if he can find a sheet that hasn't been used yet or something.
There's like bed linen and stuff in one of the drawers underneath the closet,
He's gonna take a relatively thick sheet, like bed linen, whatever, something that's relatively thick but not too thick.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be like, so this is gonna suck, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. Where is the acid burns on her body?
It is all across her shoulders, on a particular side of her arm. The way it looks like is as if it got dropped. Someone dropped a bucket of acid down her right side.
Oh.
Okay. So Vic's gonna fold the sheet in half and lay that as gently as he can over the side where the acid has been spilled.
Those of you who understand Dwarvish will hear a long string of curses, loud enough for even Vistra, who is currently traipsing through the kitchens, to hear. It is very rude and involves a lot of sodomizing.
More distracted,
You
muttering.
don't like me very much. I understand
Language.
this.
Language.
Sorry this sucks so much, but it's the only way we're going to get these clothes out of the wound so I can actually fix them.
Kitaga's like, tomorrow I'll let her swear.
Huh?
It hurts less when you swear.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Horrible quotes. It hurts less when you swear.
That's been scientifically
Okay.
proven.
Yeah.
Can I
With
make
Brian
a
Blessed.
quick Can I make a quick Arcana check on the brother? Sorry, his name
Malik?
is Malik.
And while Glenn is doing that, Chaz is actually checking out Morty. She's done a perception check on Morty and got a 16.
Damn.
Okay.
Everybody's just checking everybody out. Thanks.
Chaz, you notice that Morty seems a little bit more distracted than usual. He keeps making the glances over his shoulder, not in a way that he's nervous of someone looking, but he keeps looking towards the door.
I made 12 on Arcana on him, so I may not.
12 in Arcana on Malik.
Malik, yeah.
You sense an arcane source. That's about it.
Do I get any, did I get any spell slots back with my long rest? Short rest, sorry.
Do you get, what's the rules in short rests?
I think you do get like.
It's usually a class-related thing. With mine, I know I get back spell slots equaling half my level rounded up. But it usually says in the class description, I think.
You regain the use of abilities, features, and resources that are refreshed by taking a short rest. So if it says short rest you get it back, then you get it back.
Let me have a look. Because what I want to do kind of depends on me having magic, which I don't at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Modrons.
So while they do that, Kitaga's just going to lean down a little bit. So she doesn't have to shout from on high at Malik. and be like, "So,
Just bend over like.
where did you get that fancy shiny leg?"
You see Malik sort of go very red.
He did flutter his ankle.
It's nothing. It's just a bit of a
Yeah.
a leg accoutrement. It's nothing.
Can I roll insight
Anyway.
to see if he's lying?
Ooh.
Which is gonna go terribly, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yep, that's 6. Nope.
You believe him
telling the truth.
completely.
Telling the truth.
You have a feeling he is omitting a truth.
Okay. She's just
He is a terrible liar.
He is a terrible liar.
just like she squints a little bit, and she's like, okay.
You
Like,
see his sort of like hands sort of shift and sort of like start like flattening his robes a bit and sort of keeping it tight to his form.
Oh dear, you've
Yeah,
made
when
her
Vis-
flustered.
When Vistra gets back with the water,
Yeah, am I back?
how
Are
big
you
a
back in?
bowl did Vistra get for Vic of water? Like, is it a little one or a big one? He did shout out big bowl, so
the biggest.
Roll a
Big
d4
with
for
reg-
me.
Vistra. With regards to dwarves, though, what is big?
What is big?
a dwarven dwell.
I would
Lee
like
said
to
roll a
wing
d4.
dwell.
Yeah.
Mango.
Oh shit! I was supposed to roll the d4. I thought, oh my gosh.
It's okay, Mango.
I
Oh my
thought
God.
it was giving you. I was like, what?
I'm not Vistra, you're Vistra.
That was a 1.
Oh, for fuck's
You
sake.
find a bowl big enough to hold 1 liter.
Okay.
Alright,
Aha,
cool.
I have 1 liter.
That's
of
all he
water.
really needs. Vic's gonna take it from her and very slowly start pouring it over the sheet.
Ooh, motherfucker. That's gonna be bad.
A lot
It
less
probably
louder.
Hmm.
A lot less louder, but she's sort of whispering and gritting her teeth. A lot more dwarven curses. She's now moved on from sodomizing to very intensely graphically detailed sucking of certain appendages.
Morty's like, it's
Excellent.
not anatomically
Appendages.
possible.
I was gonna say,
Um,
I guess if you're really flexible.
What?
Whatever
While
she's
this
saying.
is happening, Chaz is very slowly making her way to the door.
Okay.
Which door?
The door that Morty was looking at.
Yeah.
Is anyone noticing that?
She's
Nope,
stealth.
she's
She's still stealth.
Oh yeah, shit.
And
She's
y'all
stealth out
have
of
the
the narrative.
perception of the no.
So with the sheet and the water, Vic's just gonna be talking conversation. Like, so we're gonna have to leave this here for a minute. I might go get some more water, or Vistra, if you could go get me some more water. We just need to
Sure.
soak. We need to soak the clothes that are in the edges of the wound as much as we can to get them out without causing too much pain. And also without tearing open any wounds that have started to close over. Or melted skin, which is going to suck. But it's either this or I try to heal her with the clothes in the wound, and that's going to be a bad time. So let's try the water first. Yeah?
Yes, Glenn.
Yeah,
What would you like to do, old kitty Glenn?
Seeing him awkwardly trying to adjust his robes, I'm going to stealth my way up to him and take a peek under his robes.
Oh,
Excuse
my
you?
Oh my god.
'Cause I'm
Dang.
a cat, and that seems perfectly reasonable to me.
Yep.
This,
Just
yeah.
brush up
Yeah.
the leg.
Stealth,
Brushy.
stealth check 20, not natural.
For fuck's
Shit.
sake.
Dang.
Oh,
I'm gonna
cats.
DM whisper this to you.
Oh,
Oh shit.
dude, I'm sorry. There's so much whispering going on.
Oh, it's fine.
I didn't love it though. That's
So yeah, Mango, Vic's going to send you back for water another once or twice.
Sure,
Including this
sure.
one.
I'm gonna
'Cause-
roll a couple of d4s to see
Yeah,
how much water she brings back.
go for it.
They're both 4s. So here's your fucking water.
She just like walks back with a fucking thing over her shoulders and these buckets, just like. thanks,
Big
buddy.
angry
Um,
dwarven milkmaid.
And Vic's just saying to his sister, like, I really hope you weren't planning on sleeping anytime soon because your mattress is getting soaked. And he just starts pouring the water over her to make sure that it soaks into the sheet, and the sheet keeps the water against her skin. And if it's around the other side, he's gonna lift her up and wrap the sheet around her arm so that it, like a really shitty mummy. Yeah.
Oh, bless.
I get
Small
distracted.
mummy.
You okay? Do you need
Do
help?
you know any healing magic?
What?
No,
No,
we're good.
no. Okay.
And when Lee's finished talking to Glenn, I will. Vic wants to ask some questions.
Glenn just upskirted Vistra's brother.
Not
Yep.
yet. Oh well. Okay. Yes.
Oh, shit.
I'm sure you can ask me
married-
questions
Oh,
while
okay.
they're
A
typing.
married brother.
Oh
a
my
married
gosh.
brother, by the way.
It's true.
Glenn!
His husband's gonna kill you.
I'll kick your ass.
What if the DM whisper is just he also has a really nice shiny artificial dingle dangle?
Oh god.
Yeah, you find out he is super hung.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Glenn
as
just
you
gets
brush-
whacked in
as
the
you-
head with a dick as he tries to go between his legs.
Very important
God.
plot point.
You brush back, like, what the? Huh?
You lose 3 points of health.
You know, the funny thing is that this probably isn't that unbelievable because he is a dwarf. And
Oh my
I mean,
God.
how big is this cat? How big is Glen Cat, right? I mean,
Okay. I think
He's a
that's
dwarf, not a halfling.
Oh my god.
Feel free to reply to me in the DM whisper, Tom, or if you want
Okay.
any further clarification of details. But with that, Vic, what would you like to ask?
He's just gonna ask her very quietly while he's like leaning down and wrapping the sheet around her arm. He's so which wizard did you piss off?
She kind of just gives a look to the curd company in the room, and she sort of a lingering sort of glance at Vistra, and sort of frowns.
Well, I know it wasn't her because she was with us.
I don't really want to say who, but I just went somewhere to check something, and I didn't look where I was going.
Is it the same thing that we came here to check on? That you probably think we came here to check on?
Yes and no.
Okay. Okay.
that had to do with the stone plate.
It's to do with it's to do with Madrone.
Right?
I'm gonna dash out of the room.
We can talk about this
Oh,
after I've
That's
got
so much
the-
dingle
the-
dangle.
Whack. We could talk about this. Like Vic's just looking between Vistra and her brother. Well, what is his name?
Malik.
Malik.
Malik. Thank you.
Okay.
My brain is
Sorry.
like Yu-Gi-Oh in my head, just going, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh name, and I'm like, what?
One
Well, that's
One
not
second,
too
I'm just-
far.
I'm just gonna quickly cover the names because I'm having trouble keeping track of it as well. But
Same. And I wrote
Sorry.
them.
yeah, you
Oh,
wrote
bless.
them, Mango. Okay, so Visola is the
I had
eldest.
to open the thing. Yeah.
Vedmira is
Done.
the second. Matum is the one who's married.
Oh, okay.
Malik
Oh,
is the one
shit.
who's with you and is the nice one. Bosrika is the angry one and is currently partially melted. And Matrun is the currently deceased question mark one.
Dead one.
Dead
Deceased
one.
question mark?
Deceased question mark. He is the deceased question mark as opposed to a living question mark.
Question mark.
I just guessed at the spelling, so I'm sorry.
That's
Vic's just gonna look at,
Yeah, but it's mostly
at
right.
Vistra
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just be like, we can discuss this after we've finished with the melty fix. You're going to have scars. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to fix all of it, but we can at least close the wounds.
You know what? I had a girlfriend once who told me these scars look cool. I'll be fine with what I look like. I don't
Yeah,
want to die.
girls think scars are hot, so we'll go with that. Actually, a lot of people think scars are hot. And
Yes,
Vic's
they
going to
are.
very slowly, as he's taking the sheet off her shoulder, he's going to start unpicking the. He's being as gentle as he can, but as long as it's soaked into the fabric, it's going to be easier to get out.
He
So
Bosrika sort of pause, does a sort of stopping hand signal for you, and she grabs
He
like one of
does
the
stop.
clean-looking towels, and then she puts it in her mouth.
good call. Okay, let's start. I will go as fast as I can without damaging you more.
She gives a sort of acknowledging grunt.
Yep, and Vic's just going to start taking the clothes out of the wound as fast as he can.
You hear like sharp intake of breath, followed by like very muffled cursing. Presumably, if it wasn't common, you still would be able to understand because she's like pressing really hard with her teeth out at it. But you do eventually get through most of the clothing, and as you sort of like take it apart, you notice that she some of it is actually leather armor.
Shit. Well, at least soaking that would have helped a little bit. Would have made it a little bit more pliant. Damn.
Yeah.
I would hate to think about what it'd be like if he hadn't soaked it and decided to try to take the leather out of the wound. So while he's doing that, he's putting the sheet back down a little bit just to stop the blood from going everywhere while he's working on getting clothing out of the wound. But as soon as he is done, he's going to cast Cure Wounds twice at 2nd level.
Okay.
Whoa.
There are like proper tears going down her face from holding in whatever pain. She's like a proper mess at this point, but she's holding on.
Okay, so he's going to cast Cure Wounds twice.
Okay.
I didn't even fucking roll that time. 15 points back. If I'm doing my math right.
That's nice.
So 15 points of health, I'm assuming, is going to close the wound at least.
Yeah.
So he's doing that.
Like really unhappily, like she's like her eyes are fully closed at the moment because it seems while the Cure Wounds is healing it and making it
still
better for the
fucking
most part,
hurts.
it still hurts. So
yeah, he's gonna use the sheet to clear off as much of the blood as he can. It's probably pretty blood soaked by now, but it's also got water on it, so it makes it easier to clean her up.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna continue talking to her the entire time. He's assuming that Keither is keeping an eye on the bad liar. So he's just gonna keep talking to her.
She is very much
Yeah.
so.
Thank you, Vistra, for your assistance. And Vic's just talking to her. He's just like saying inane shit about, just about like, oh, hey, this is gonna look pretty badass once the scars you get the outsides lined with tattoos, and it, like makes it more prominent. You can just be like, hey, check out what I did, blanks, and you can like, make up some badass story about punching a wizard in the teeth or something. So that works out well. But he's just like rambling as he's trying to clean her up a little bit because that sucks.
And you notice her sort of like leave the conversation for a bit. Like you can see her sort of eyes sort of glaze over. She's like trying to not scream or like whimper too much. But sometimes when you sort of like give little questions out or asking for like some sort of response from her, she sort of like comes back down. She's like, yeah, or yeah, probably not, or I don't think that would work for me. Like with very non-committal, not really detailed answers, but
what he's trying to do is just give her like an out, so if she wants to like not be there for a while, she can not be there and nobody will notice because he's just talking shit. So he's attempting to help, but he's not very good at it because he's an idiot. And with that, moving onwards.
Vistra, sorry, can I also have you roll another d4?
Also,
Angry
I don't know
Dwarven
why,
Milkwave.
As Vic as Vic is taking care of Volsarica, I would just like to say that Kidra is probably keeping an eye on Malek, and like if he tries to do and like basically preparing herself if in the event he tried to do something funny, that she would be able to react quickly.
And just as a verbal fill-in to what's going on outside of this conversation, Morty has wandered off after Glenn. Chaz has seen him do that, has loaded her crossbow with a sleeping dart.
Glenn
Bless.
actually went out of the room looking for Chaz. Felt that was the best chance of doing it.
Hilarious.
And hopefully trying to smell her out. I rolled 22 on
Fucking
perception.
bless.
And I did say that because it's a well-lit corridor, he probably would have advantage on perception
Well,
checks if
I have
stealthy.
advantage on smell-based anyway, so that...
Yeah.
Glenn,
I say
Glenn, come back.
you managed to sort of sniff out where Chaz is, and
Okay. Making sure that I'm not in sight of the doorway, I quickly change back in front of her.
Ugh.
While she has
Chaz
to
is
sleep
just
dart
gonna,
with her
like-
crossbow.
She's not even going to flinch. She's just going to blink and look up at him and
You
just go
wouldn't
like
see me
this.
come as the cat.
You must now communicate using mime.
She's keeping an eye on Morty. Like, she knows Glenn's there, but she's keeping an eye on Morty. Because she's actually, like, really worried that vampires and then Morty is suddenly dazed and confused.
Oh, you're
So,
you're here now. Oh, hi.
So, I point to the room. I make a disguise mask and magic woolululu. And
God.
then
Lele.
and
Chaz is
hope
going to
God
reach
that's
into
good
her
enough.
bag, like reach behind her into her bag, pull out a piece of paper and quill, and give it to Glenn.
What is it saying?
Bless.
So I write down, I do not believe that is Vistra's brother. There is a magical glamour on him, and under his robes, his entire lower torso is entirely mechanical.
Well, shite.
Chaz is going to take the piece of paper. She's going to write down, keep an eye on Morty. Pass it back. She's going to head back to the room.
Guys, if it turns out that we sleep dart a cripple, I'm gonna feel really bad. For like 2
Gonna
seconds.
be,
I have to
gonna
write
be
that.
hilarious
Gonna be hilarious.
in the long run. That's okay. After everything is like fine, it will be a fun story to tell. It's gonna be okay.
We're gonna get thrown out of Red Throne.
Is
Hey,
Morty,
throne!
is Morty still
At
following
least we're gonna
like
leave.
near me, or
No, he's basically just gone. Oh, there's Chaz. There's okay, oh good. And he's just gone to the stairs and sort of just like, not really do
Okay,
anything
well,
much.
I'll stay with Morty then. Yeah.
okay.
Hello.
By the way, Axelrod looks really fidgety.
Settle,
Like he keeps fidgeting in your
settle,
arms.
settle. And again,
Okay,
with the looking
so-
out to the door again.
Oh, big.
Look, you get kisses. You got kisses.
Sorry, I would like to interrupt the
Oh.
D&D session with
Oh.
Oh Hello.
I have no pets here right now.
Oh.
I will pet myself. I'm a good panda.
Tom got groomed.
Chaz is gonna use a thaumaturgy cantrip to
Yeah?
knock on the door,
The door
the
is
front
not.
door.
Come in.
Malik sort of gives it a look. He goes, I guess I should answer that.
I can get the door.
No, that's not.
No,
Um.
you need to stay with your sister because that's it. I can get the door.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make sure no one knows my sister's here.
I can be your new servant or something.
Chaz is just like gonna
Are you
sit
high?
there and just roll her eyes. Just
Oh,
like
shit.
no one can see her. She's just gonna slump her shoulders, look at Morty, roll her eyes.
Is this Morty trying to play or is Morty just
Hey,
Are you-
Morty.
high
Yeah?
right
Says,
now?
Can you come in here for a sec? I just need a hand.
Oh, okay.
See, you go get the door, and I'll get Morty to give me a hand.
Okay.
Oh,
Keith,
all
Keithra.
right. So
Pass
Malik goes
Axelrod
and
Yeah?
closes
over
the door.
to Glenn.
I'm sorry, I
wait.
didn't hear what Cade said.
You're holding
Vic
an
just sort
aberration.
of looks at Keithra and just like tilts his head towards her brother.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's just I need to stealth now. Malik doesn't know I'm there.
Can you change back into a cat?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, I do. No, yes, I do have another wild shape. I can do. I can turn back into the cat. It's just I can't hold
A cat.
Axelrod.
A cat holding Axelrod. Axelrod's just confused. And he sits on this cat. He's like, this is my life now.
Okay, I've wild changed back into a cat. So I guess Axelrod might just be sitting next to me.
What Chaz is actually going to do is she's going to take the whip that she stole a long, long time ago, and she's going to tie one end on one side of the banisters at the very bottom. Banister.
That's evil. I love it.
That's laying traps. I need.
Stress sounds from the DM.
I'm not sure what that has to
DM's in distress.
Isn't laying traps an action? Because from what I remember, because Vic can do it as well. Laying traps is just an action.
identify. All right, then that's an action, but I guess as Malik goes down.
Would you have to
Uh,
roll for it?
Oh, I guess because he's gonna be looking where he's going.
But he's not gonna expect the Spanish Inquisition. No.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna expect the
No.
the trip.
You actually have to detect trap to see a trap.
Detect trap. Yeah, that's what I've just done.
Yeah, the laying traps is also a side function of thieves' tools. So
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Like, I
Okay.
don't think his passive perception would cover it.
Nah, he wouldn't. It wouldn't. He's more concerned with answering the door and keeping Costa Rica okay, like hidden, relatively hidden. All right. Well,
Well,
as it comes down the stairs, he does not notice the whip as he goes down. So inevitably, his foot is caught in it, and he does go tumbling down. Wait. Before I do say what else happened, can I? Where exactly did you put the trip? The trip.
It would probably like only have been like the first or second stair up from the bottom. So I'd say probably second stair because she doesn't want to like if it's really Malik, she doesn't want to hurt him too badly.
too badly.
Okay. Too bad.
Too bad.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Also,
does-
Keith. Kidra would have
Okay.
probably, like, after Malik left, she's not gonna stealth or anything because let's be real, it's Kidra. I mean, she's not wearing chainmail, but still. She's going to wait it out like a little bit, and then like make her way, following Malik. So she would like hear at least, if anything happened,
Hmm.
Okay.
stuff like
So
that.
all of you sort of taking your respective positions to figure out what's happening. Those of you keeping an ear out will hear Malik give out a curse as he tumbles forward. Uh, Unexpectedly, you hear the sort of slap of his body as it sort of hits the ground at the bottom. But not so expectedly, you hear a bit of clanking as his legs sort of hit the sort of slide and hit and slide down the remaining steps. He tries to get up, but at this point, it is sort of revealed. His robe did sort of catch up, they go upwards a bit, and it is within plain view now that there is a very metallic sheen to his leg, and to the point that it doesn't look like armor. It looks like it is leg.
Can I just interrupt right here and say that
Yep.
Chaz has stepped on him?
Widowmaker
She has,
style?
Wow.
she has put her foot in the center of his back and is holding him down.
All you hear is a confused noise, and he looks up like,
Ow!
do are you one of the Vic, the people Vistra, or is one of yours?
What?
Hey, that's
Busy.
well, they're yelling
What happened?
outside. What?
I tripped over a whip.
I'll trip over a whip too.
No,
You should look where
I
you're
just need to
fucking going
clarify
then.
something. Lee,
sorry.
in the whisper, you said his entire lower half was covered in metal chrome. Is it just one leg, or is it?
In both legs.
It is both legs. Okay, because I was getting conflicting things. That it might have just been one leg or something, which isn't what
No,
I.
I should have been
Just-
more clear. It's both legs are
Okay.
metallic.
Just legs, or like his hips up to his, let's
It
say,
seems to
waist?
go up
His
to
both-
hip.
Did go up, but it did not go up all the way up. So, but it is just more evident that both legs are
Okay,
made out of
is
metal.
he
Metal.
Hanzo or Genji?
Dangle, dangle.
Oh, bless.
Ah!
What?
Wow.
I'm not sure what the difference is.
Nothing.
Hanzo
Genji's
only has
lost
like the
both
robotic
legs.
legs, and Genji's like lost his entire body.
That's a robo butt. So does Vistra's brother have a robo butt?
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't tell it's under the robes. I mean, Chaz, do you want to lift the robes further?
No, she's just standing on him, just saying nothing at the moment. And she's just, if Kedra's up at the top of the stairs, she's just gonna look up at Kedra and jerk her head.
As your feet do sort of through the boots that you're wearing, you are pressing down. It seems like there is flesh under your boots, so that seems that part seems a bit human. Void.
Dwarvish.
Dwarf.
Void.
Dwaro.
Dwarf.
Flesh.
Dwarf flesh. Dwesh.
Dwesh.
Flesh. Oh. Oh, bless.
That always gets
So,
you,
like-
Mango.
I'm sorry because I didn't look at your cam, Cat. So would Chaz be like beckoning her over?
Yeah, jerking her head, trying to get her over.
Okay. Well, Kika is going to make her way down the stairs then, assuming there's no more trip trap.
No. Would you like to trap or trap?
No.
You should probably check for trap because it's probably
Is
still
it like-
there
is
unless
it-
the whip
is it-
broke.
Is it? Oh, like I thought. Is it like permanently attached?
It's still
tight,
there.
It's still there. It did
Oh,
not come
God.
off.
Oh no.
Oh God!
Oh no!
Don't fall a
Oh
dwarf.
boy.
You're not
What
wearing a
do you
dwarf.
think?
Well, considering that Chas is there and the dude's just fallen down the stairs.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you
Thank
advantage.
you. Thank you. What is check for traps?
Like perception.
Perception.
Perception. 17.
Wow. You do immediately notice the little trip whip that Chaz has formed, and you can, if you wish to, step gingerly up around it.
She gingerly steps over the whip. The trip whip.
Okay. As
Whip.
you sort of come back downstairs, hi. Okay. I'm not sure. Is there any reason you're stepping on me? I'd like to get up. And you see, sort of hurriedly trying to pull his robes down as well.
Chaz is actually gonna like drop to a kneel and like
Okay.
make sure that her knee hits his back.
Ow.
And she's going to like flick his robes up as high as she can.
Oh shit.
Like while remaining decent for
For
once.
Plus.
how high are we talking about?
Like
up to his hip?
knees a little bit higher.
Back and thigh.
It's turtles all the way down. It is made of metal. There is a joint where the joint would be. You'd assume, like, at least with most armors you could see like flesh at the joint. No, this is entirely mechanical.
Chaz is gonna look down at the person underneath her foot and she's like, granted I've only met the in-laws once. But I don't remember Malik having robot legs before.
I was can you maybe give me some dignity so I can explain myself? This I could have just been asked. This is really embarrassing enough.
You can explain yourself without dignity.
Uh
We don't do anything with dignity. I'm not there.
I
Kidika is going to pat Chaz on the shoulder, like, I'll take care of this. And she's going to hold Malik up so he's standing.
Can Chaz get off first?
wink.
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 Just lift him up by the
Vistra
arm.
from the room. I heard that.
Like, bloop.
As you help Malik to his feet, he looks really disgruntled and unhappy with you, Chaz. But he sort of passes himself down. There was an accident way long ago with
Like more than a week ago, because that's how long we've been in Redphone.
no longer. And you may not have noticed because I have been wearing robes, and it's not like I'm making a point of telling people that I do not have legs.
Jazz is gonna look at him and she's actually gonna do like she's gonna see if she can check to see if he's lying.
Inside? Yep.
Yeah. She just got a 20, so
Dang.
He is absolutely telling the truth.
Oh, plus.
He does seem very disgruntled and unhappy and very embarrassed about this.
Chaz is just gonna look at him and she's just gonna be like, I really don't like people keeping secrets from my friends.
It's my legs. I didn't think my being legless was a point of necessity for you people to know.
Well,
Do you mind? I have a door to answer.
Chaz just to screw with him a little is
I
just gonna
have
make
a
the door
door to
knock again. Dornoff gets a little bit louder and more impatiently.
What?
He's-
But
He is going to run. Like he's going to push past if he can. Like either you're actually holding him back, like holding him by the arms.
She
or
was kind of like standing behind him, like loom, but she's going to move out of the way.
Okay.
So
He makes
can
his way to the door and like swings it open with a very angry "What?" There's no one there.
what?
He sort of he slams the door closed and sort of mutters under his breath, "Must be the fucking neighbor's kid again." Like
Oh, boy.
steps up back up the stairs and makes a point to step over the trip whip.
While that's been going on, Vic has been. He waited until Malik was out of the room, but he's turned with Vistra and Morty in the room to his just sister and just gone. So, wizard,
Not a wizard, just had just I went snooping around and I didn't think it was gonna be as I triggered a trap, okay, and I wasn't looking where I was.
okay. So, one thing, Red Throne is full of fucking traps. Why do you people hate each
Oh.
other? What is going on? 2, was there anything weird about your little brother's body before it was taken to be cremated?
I wouldn't notice. I saw him once in the bed and that was it, and I couldn't look again because if I did, it would mean I'd have to stop and breathe, and I'm trying to do something that needs me to I need to act. I need to do something. I can't sit and be sad. That's something that my older sisters can do, that's something my mother can do and my father can do, but I don't have the time, and
Okay.
I need to make things right.
Green sucks. Your brother may not have been as dead as everybody thought.
That's
hope-
not a good thing.
That's not a
don't-
good thing to tell someone whose brother is taken to be cremated.
I hope you don't mean that he is actually alive, because
No, not actually alive. He was stone cold dead, but he might have come back.
are you saying
Which,
he's
again, is
Yeah.
not a good thing.
Okay, stone plague. We found out what the fuck's causing it, which is what you sent us to do, by the way. Yeah?
she's paying rapt attention to you at the moment.
I'm going to say a word that is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but it is vampires.
And that her brows furrow like. What does that?
They're using the stone plague to infect people and turn them basically into thralls.
Mm.
And even if it's cured, they can still be controlled. And the people it doesn't kill, it doesn't cure, who aren't cured, the people who aren't cured get turned into ghouls.
You see her face drain of color, where it was once like full of like absolutely pink and blossom from either crying from pain and like it's like absolutely
Yeah.
blanched at the moment. I need to
Weren't you?
tell Mom. I need to tell. If that's the case, then how do you know this? How sure are you of this?
Oh, too fucking sure.
What are you pointing to?
Vic just points at Morty.
What? What?
He was infected, remember?
Yeah. Why are
I'm
you?
better
You were
now.
at the temple with the clerics.
No scalies.
Why is he cured?
Did-
What? Wait, did they find the cure?
They found it, it is a cure, but it's not a cure. It's a cure for the stone plague, it's not a cure for the possession.
Yeah.
Potential possession, sorry, Morty.
Thank you.
You
And
just hear quietly, Vic, over the clips. I'm not so sure about potential at the moment, Vic. Keep an eye on him.
Vic just sighs, like because you can see he's just like he can't really like say it out loud. So he's just like, okay, we should get a move on. Where is your family with the where do dwarves do the cremation thing?
there
Where do you keep your dead bodies?
the mortuary would be where it's literally right outside the graveyard. It's maybe a half hour away from here.
I hate the graveyard. Okay. Your family is kind of fucked up, right?
Tell me a family that isn't.
That's a good point. All I was going to say is if you need somebody to talk to about it, you have a sister who knows exactly how fucked up your family is and would very much like to talk to a member of your family that isn't yelling at her or telling her she's an evil bitch, which whatever the fuck you guys were calling her at some point in the future.
Hi, Vistra.
Who also loves you very much.
You look like shit.
Thank you.
Of course.
I appreciate you being my sibling.
I
And you
appreciate
see her
being
like
older
say
than
this
me.
very. You see when she says this, she seems very genuine, but she's trying hard to not be snipish at you.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
She is in a lot of pain, so there's that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being my older sibling because that means I'm younger than you.
Vistra, we need to work on the delivery of the
Bitch.
affection. That's something that will come with time, I assume.
Probably.
She's sort of been sort of fallen quiet after a while, but then she sort of pipes up. Do you mind if I just speak to Vistra alone for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead. Vic's gonna get up and he's gonna nudge Morty. She's like, "Come on, we're leaving the room."
Are we going back to the mines?
No, we're not. We're never going back to the mines, Morty.
Oh. Oh.
You couldn't get me down in those mines if you told me the silent trade was dancing fucking naked halfway in there. You would never get me back in those mines.
Oh.
That would be a fun way to try, though.
You shut your noise hole, young lady. You were leaving. Vic's gonna like turn Morty around and walk with him towards the door.
Okay. I'm going. Come
The
on.
trap is still on the bottom of the stairs, by the way. Chaz hasn't had a chance to
Morty
undo
knows
it.
this. Either Vic or Morty know this. This is going to be an interesting experience for everybody involved.
Please don't make me roll. I'm rolling so
Okay.
badly today.
I'll guess what I'm going to make you do. Are you guys actually going down the stairs?
Yes.
Yeah, well, Vic's going to head downstairs.
Roll. Okay, wait. I want to mark in order.
Everybody
Who's going first?
roll a perception check. For
Vic
the
will
trap.
have gone like side by side with Morty. So
Okay, in which case both of you need to roll for me.
What do you want me to roll?
Trippy trap.
Dexterity, because you guys don't know it's there. It's still a trap, you guys.
Different dice. Every single one has failed
Okay.
me yet, okay?
Oh dear.
Oh, I do have a bonus, so great! This is what I got. With my bonus.
Oh my god.
That's not
Vic,
a good sign.
Vic, you immediately feel a wire at your leg, so you definitely manage to sort of catch yourself on the bottom step and with minor sort of tripping.
Holding onto
manage
the
to sort of catch
banister.
yourself, basically. Morty, not so much. You are so distracted and unaware to the point that even as you feel your leg catch on the wire,
Ah?
you are still thinking of other things as you fall forward and realize you've tripped over something as the pain smacks you in the face.
Oh.
Oh my god.
But Vic just looks at Chaz like, really?
I was getting to it.
Vic is
Muffled.
going to lean down and
that was-
untie the goddamn thing.
There's a
Do
trap
I
down
just
here.
walk under the whip?
That's a trap. Thank you,
Through the
Liliana.
hole.
How do we know? Let's send Alistair in.
Traps ahead.
It was Alistair for me, yeah.
Yep.
Plus.
So while you guys sort of like regroup at the bottom of the stairs, Vistra left upstairs alone with your sister, and presumably Vic, you either closed and or sort of like left the door mildly ajar or something.
Yeah, he
for the
just closed
privacy.
the door behind him.
Okay. Vostarica's like, I am acutely aware that I am a bitch, but
Are we going
I have been this to you, and you're not sure whether it's really her pain holding her back, like sort of giving that sort of forced speechness to her delivery, or whether she's actually visibly, like audibly trying to be nice. And when you needed support, I was more of a bitch and unhelpful. I'm I'm very not I'm not happy with how everything turned out because of that.
Can we keep going? This is, I'm just, I, I can see that you're in a lot of pain, and I'm just gonna try to not interrupt you while you're speaking.
Good, because I'm not gonna talk anymore about that stuff because I'm not very good at it, and I think I got my point across.
Wow.
You did. You did. You did. I'm just being an ass right now because I'm
No,
rather enjoying
I deserve it. I deserve it at this point. But I need you to know something. What I've been trying to do while you were away.
Sure.
Okay. Oh. As you know, Madrun went off to work in the old quarter, and everything went wrong because he was um I this isn't it isn't for me to say, but ask Malik when you go out. It's something for him to tell you, but just Madrun, he also exhibited magic.
What?
Yeah, he did, and I guess us Frostbeards don't really learn our lesson very well, evidently, because we also sent him away. But Mother, she she's already lost you to the big wide world, and she fought to keep she fought to keep a June nearby, but not too near, I guess. So so Dad made sure it was somewhere nearby that he could keep an eye on. Bordeaux Copperroot?
I think.
Y-
Do I?
Yeah, as DM. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do. I do know him.
This is still DM. Ordo is someone who has worked with your father. He is one of the Neoterics, so one of the big people who work on like lots of
Oh, right.
projects. So like, so anyway, as Vostriga. So anyway, he gave Madrun to Ordo so that Ordo could work or whatever. And when Madrun came back to us sick, I didn't think about it at first. I've been working on trying to change the way everything is, and you and I, we're not blind. We're part of the big privilege crap here in the city, but we're not blind. We know shit's broke in the city. We know you don't. The old quarter is literally in view of the residential quarter where the rest of us are so lucky to live in, and people are just
True.
so willfully blind. And anyway, look, before I get into that shit, I was busy with trying to change that, busy with trying to get these people jobs, trying to get them, undisplaced by the bullshit within the Enterics. And anyway, when Madrid came back to us, and then when it got worse, I wanted to look into why. I wanted to find the reason. I wanted to. I'm sorry. And she is very emotionally distressed at this point, and whether again because of the pain or she is very emotional at this point. It's a little bit unfiltered now. I just want you to be careful around him, Gordo. He's at the Paragon side more often than not, but I'm pretty sure the Paragon's a solid type. She knows how to politics, but she's sometimes a little blind to those closest to her. So just still trust him, okay? Um, this, and she's like gestures at the entire right side. I was looking into him, okay, and I found there I think he had something to do with the Stone Plague. I don't know. I couldn't find anything because I fucked up. I fucked up, and she's getting a lot more like wound up about this, and she's very visibly like, I fucked up, and I couldn't find anything solid. I couldn't find evidence to.
No, sorry. Just calm down. Take some time and just calm down a bit. Take as much time as you need, and then when you're ready, you can tell me what you found and how you fucked up.
Okay. Like, you know how it's mostly the big reason there's like a lot of poor people in old quarters because people who aren't either smart enough, skilled enough, rich enough, whatever, to bring something to the great innovative dwarves of Red Throne, right? Well, obviously, innovation that should be a shared thing. Everyone can be innovative. Anyone should be able to get the money and the funding and support themselves. But I knew there was someone making that more difficult for certain people. Like a few months back, there was this family, the sorry, one sec, I lost the name.
Suddenly, a shooting pain through Masoric aside that makes her forget what she was gonna say.
Yep, the Earthwards, and they're they were one of the relatively rich families who had a big project, but somehow it what they were working on was clashing with something Ordo was working on. So suddenly the next week their family got shunted off at the old quarter because suddenly they lost funding and everything became a massive avalanche of fuck ups for them. I don't know whether it was sabotage or anything. I could not find anything to mend. And anyway, so the more I looked into it, the more a lot of the lines just led to Ordo because he's somehow keeping that in. And you see her sort of like be frustrated with her words and at her entire right side and in pain. Anyway, I just this morning while Ordo was out, panicking about the cure and the thing that was happening at the mines, I went to visit his office while he was gone, and lo and behold, I was trying to find where he would put all these secret correspondences, anything, and well, I found a secret bookcase somewhere and it was trapped, and I didn't think it'd be trapped because it's a fucking bookcase. So surprise, fucking happy birthday me sort of gestures at the right side.
Oh, how did you get yourself out of there?
I ran. I liked it. Honestly, people probably saw me on the way here. That's why I just went back home. I didn't think anyone was gonna be home, but Malik was there, and I guess everyone went to the. One moment. Okay, sorry, the cats.
Cat break.
Got distracted by the pain.
Pain said meow. I, ju- that happened just today.
Yeah.
Oh. Right, well, first of all, I think that's absolutely brave of you to do, knowing fucking Ordo's got fucking influence everywhere. Secondly, I wish you'd asked for help. I wish you'd asked me earlier. I mean, that we are kind of here to figure all this out anyway. I mean, the last time you saw us, you probably have said something. Why didn't you?
You. When we kicked you out, you
Good.
you found good people, and I figured you didn't have time for us anymore. I'm not saying that suddenly we deserve it or anything. Least of all me. I'm just saying that I know I know our family hasn't exactly been picture perfect, and you don't owe us that time, and that's
We're all a bunch of fuck ups.
yeah, aren't we all? But look, I just didn't want to get you involved, and you sounded like you had your own mission here, and I didn't want. I already had. I just wanted to do this on my own. And everyone in our families had something going on already, and with 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 Madrun gone, everyone's busy grieving, and I didn't want to shake things up any more than already.
um, Alright. Well, I think that you should rest up and leave us to try and pick up where you left off, because that ev- whatever you've found is actually that's a big fucking deal, and I mean that's a big fucking lead. We've been going around in circles a bit since we've been here, really only finding out things just today, just now. So I, that wherever you, everything you've done has been, it's been amazing. Um, and I'm sorry this happened to you, but I'm very glad that you have tried to do what you can. I think that's sort of what you've always tried to do anyways, just to do what you can. So, you're next up. And if you don't mind, I will share everything you just told me to my friends so we can figure out what we're going to do next. Is that alright?
All right.
Cool. Is there anything else? Anything else that you want to tell me about all this or that you think might help? Other than fucking watch out for fucking Ordo and acid traps.
Don't die.
Sage advice. Take advice. I will make no promises. You try not to die either. I mean, you look like fucking. You look like melted butter right now. Do you know that?
Thank you, Vistra.
I
You look
fucking love
pretty
Vistra.
good yourself. Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Would
get
Vista
some
have to?
rest.
I'm not gonna hug you, and that's mostly because I'm covered in acid. But that's
Yeah,
also because
you.
I think it's gonna be weird to go to hugging
Yeah.
right now.
Not. Mm-mm. Well, I don't. This has been good. We're not quite at hugging level yet.
Just
Baby steps.
if
And we're
if it's possible,
dwarves,
just imagine I was a better older sister and hug that image instead.
you know, I've got an image, a memory of our entire family not exactly being the greatest, and I've been through a lot of shit. But I'm not really in the business of wishing things were better because I'm where I am now, and I'm kind of who I am now because of all of that. So no, I'm not gonna imagine that you were a better person, but there's always time to have a better a better future, I guess. I mean, if we figure all of the shit out and we actually survive this thing and you survive that, if this, you know, I mean, I'm not opposed to fixing things for the future because there's no fixing the past. You know, there's no fixing the past, and I think at some point I've just got to accept that.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
right.
Um,
It's gonna take a while, you know. Like I said,
yeah.
baby steps. And the trouble is, we're dwarves. We have tiny babies, so those steps are gonna be fucking small.
I
But
love her.
if
You see a genuine sort of
Vistra.
smile, and you see sort of wince a bit because
Aw.
there is like a little bit of like not as bad as the rest of her, but a bit of the acid
Oh,
burn there. So like she sort of
fucking
smiles, like winces as well. The smile.
see, like, yeah, we at least have to start somewhere, and this was a start. So thank you. And for what it's worth, I don't think I was exactly the best little sister either. So, whatever trouble I caused you while I was around, I'm very, very sorry for that too. I did not set people on fire.
Vitra whispering this in an afterthought.
She leans in to hug her and just goes, I did not
I
set
did
people
set-
on fire. And then she just
I
leaves.
set her on fire.
I did not set
Probably
her
why
on
he's so
fire. I
smile.
did not. That's
I
bullshit.
did
I did not.
not.
I did
Oh, hi,
not.
Mark.
Oh, hi, Malik.
Oh god.
And out of nowhere, a
Oh my
football
God.
arrives.
Bye, doggy. Ah, well, like I said, get some rest, and I will let you know when all of this is sorted out. Yeah?
Okay. I kind of
Alright.
just need some me time to sort things out.
Right. I'm gonna reach over and pat like a blanket, like part of the blanket where I hope she's not hurt. Just like comfortingly
Should've-
because I can't hug her either.
She's
Comforting
like
pat.
scared that it might be an injured part because even she herself is not aware of the extent of the damage. But when you start keep patting and it doesn't hurt, she's like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Bye bye. Get better soon, yeah?
I'll do my best.
Mm. I will walk out of the room.
He's just really bad at saying goodbye to people.
As
Like, that
That's
took
an
6
issue.
tries.
as you sort of walk out of the door.
Vistra,
and close-
surprisingly Filipino.
Goodbye na. Yeah, okay. Olo.
Goodbye,
Goodbye
sige,
na.
bye-bye na.
Goodbye na.
Sige,
na.
Goodbye.
Bye. Sige na. Sige
Bye.
na.
An hour later.
Eh,
Hey, 1 hour later. Bye, guys.
as you leave the room, close it behind you, you do sort of hear a soft sobbing coming.
I heard a what?
Soft sobbing.
What's happening? What the fuck what is going on?
No, it's Costa Rica. She sort of, as you left, she sort of like let herself a little.
Aww.
Oh.
She's like,
Oh. Well, I'm going down to everybody. I'm gonna close the door gently, and then gently, and then I'm gonna go follow everybody.
okay. Vistra, I would like you to make a dexterity check as you come.
Oh,
No!
God.
No, Vic has untied it. Vic
Oh
untied
wait,
it.
Vic untied it. Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, good. That was gonna fail that badly. I could already feel it in my bones.
Oh man.
It's like
That
Vistra
would have
tripped
been
and
so
kills
fucking
herself
amazing.
on the floor, and then all of her family shit was for naught.
I know, right? Like you come from that like really great scene of like starting closure and whatever, and then just come out and just trip and fall flat in your fucking face.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
And just get up and be like, "This was inevitable. This was always
It
going
was
to
meant to happen like this.
I almost feel like Vistra should make it a roll down the stairs, like a dex roll down the stairs anyway. Considering her history with stairs.
Just throw back
Oh,
Thursday
bless.
to when Visa fell down those sets of stairs back in
Oh,
Avalon.
God. That was the vampire episode,
Every-
too. That was the vampire episode, too.
Oh my god! Like every time she
Oh.
comes up to a flight of stairs, she just has like war flashbacks first. It's like And every time she goes down, it's like testing the pool first if it's like too cold or not, and then like when one foot is fine, it's just like, oh okay. Whoa!
Nice.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the interest of brevity, can we just say Vistra tells us what
Yeah.
sister told her?
Yep.
Because
So Vitra does retell
There's
exactly.
an entire montage of us going.
Mm-hmm.
Chaz
There's
just
like
being like, Chaz just being like,
welcome to the boob of comfort. So Lee, was Auto the other person that was with her when they were giving us our quest?
Mm-hmm.
I hate that motherfucker. I knew he was fucking shifty.
Aw.
Nobody's that old and looks that fucking pleased with themselves for a good reason.
What the hell?
Bitch, I was my
Unless they
grandfather's
were a
carer. Whenever
building.
he looked pleased with himself, he'd either done something really nasty or he'd pooped himself. So
But I was hoping Ordo
Oh,
just
no.
pooped himself then. Oh, God. So,
Bless.
like, when it's finished, like, you've got Morty going. Who's sitting on the floor, by the way? So does that mean we have to go back to the mines?
we're never going back to the mines, Morty.
Okay.
Why do you want to go back to the mines?
I just think something important. Something. A thought.
Can I roll a perception check, please?
Insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking roll. That was a slide. That was a 22.
Ooh, fuck.
Okay. Morty seems very distracted, and then seems to be. You're starting to notice a little bit of his fixation on the mind, considering he's brought it up several times now.
Hmm. Vic's gonna reach over because Morty's sitting on the floor and flick him between the eyes.
Ah! Was that
If
necessary?
Morty suddenly has a number tattooed on him and he starts moaning about reunions, I'm gonna be very, very suspicious.
What?
Oh, as a clone,
I just referenced Final Fantasy VII. Sorry.
Oh,
That's amazing.
oh God.
No.
Oh bless.
Vix just flicks Morty between the eyes and he just goes, Morty,
What? That hurt. What?
why do you want to go back to the mines?
It just seemed important. Like,
Why? Are you feeling particularly hoogly boogly right now? Is there somebody in your... Are we talking
Hoogly
to Morty?
I'm Morty.
I'm Vistra. What's going on?
Morty's got the brain wigglies and the
And
dude
I'm
that
Javert.
Glenn's stealing
Great
bread.
name.
Over here is meow.
And the dude who your sister was talking about was the dude who hired us to look into this shit in the first place.
Oh,
What? That's. I'm rather enjoying how everything is connectedly fucked up and fuckedly connected.
Chaz at this stage is just gonna say, if the guy that was looking into this and he kind of wanted the cure for the stone plague
In his hot little hand.
in his hot little hand.
Subtle hand.
But we gave it to the scientist first. So
That's a good thing, right?
Depends what he tells the scientists to do.
Well, when we were outside the mines, they were like killing people, like, right?
which is exactly what this dude wants.
Oh. Oh.
Chaz at this point is just gonna look around and just be like, "Where's my bird?"
Doing bird things.
Please do not smile like that.
oh no. Oh no.
I am pretty sure, out of character, I am pretty sure that Mouse is going to get severely hurt or die at some point.
Don't say that.
Oh no, no, no,
Don't say that.
I will fly to Sydney personally to punch Lee in the face if that happens.
It's an
God.
inevitability that I've like come to in my heart. So
All right.
Shit.
Malik is there sitting upset, still mildly upset at Chaz, by the way, but he's sort of like otherwise it's still in your company.
Why does my brother look a bit debauched? What did Chaz do to him?
he fell down some stairs. He got a bit embarrassed.
You
You see sort of
You
dude just
fell
like
down
mouthing off to a side like
you fell down some stairs in your own fucking home.
I fell down too.
God, you really are a Frostbeard. I mean, I guess that proves we're fucking siblings. Gee.
Oh no.
Jazz at this stage is gonna look at
upstairs,
Vistra and
did
be
it.
like, "Yeah, what is it with like Frostbeards and stairs and vampires?"
One is our mortal enemy, the other one is an immortal enemy, I guess.
Kid says nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, so my question is this. We're all still fucking exhausted. Do we have time for a quick nap before we go off?
For a quick nap, you mean 8-hour nap?
A quick nap.
Here's-
to get my fucking spell
here's-
slots back.
here's my question, right? So they're
Here's my
gonna
answer.
cremate my brother.
Ah,
They're gonna cremate my brother, who may or may not be a vampire. If
Or a
he
ghoul.
is,
A ghoul, not a vampire.
or a ghoul. If he is a ghoul, fire would still kill him, right?
Yes.
I feel like I probably should know that, but alright,
Yeah,
good. And if he's not, then he's ashes, which is the point of a cremation. Are we feeling confident enough to just let the cremation go through so we can catch some rest? Because I'm sure Malik would let us catch some Z's here for a while.
Vic just sort of looks at Chaz and looks at Malik and then looks at Chaz again. He doesn't know what she did, but he knows she's done something.
Well, I'm not
Like,
tired.
like
You see Malik sort of like
Morty,
still
you're
like
sleeping.
making sure his robes are like pressed and neatly. He keeps dusting it out idly.
I also vote that if we do manage to get a rest, we either tie Morty down to a chair or something so he doesn't go herring off back to the mines.
I don't. Why that seems a bit.
How many times
No,
have
it
you mentioned the
doesn't.
mines in the last 2 hours?
I just think that it's an important place. Just, I'm not sure why.
That that sounds iffy, and I feel like you could sleep that shit off.
I mean, Chaz has a whip, so we can tie him down at least.
I
We
have
could.
rope as well.
Yes,
Don't
he
we
has a
have
whip.
rope?
No, we don't have rope anymore. We left it in the fucking mines, remember?
Oh,
I have
that's
rope.
true.
Oh,
It's good. That's good you volunteer, Morty.
I'm just
Yeah, thanks,
saying.
Morty.
I have.
Look, we can tie you down, or I can sit on top of you.
Or I can sit on top of you.
Cade.
Or I can just lie down. Quietly.
And Vic just looks down at
And-
Glenn and he's like, and you're gonna need some pants. Because he knows Glenn's still a cat. He's just looking at him and he's like, and you're gonna need some pants.
Why? Malik pipes up. Why would a cat need pants? It's fine.
That's our druid.
He sometimes is in the shape of a cat, and a cat just probably looks fucking filthy for a minute there.
Hold on, sorry.
I am wearing his pants.
Yeah, so we can give you your clothes, and he can have his back.
Yeah.
Those are a little bit too tight for you around the hips anyway.
Are you saying for large ass?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I guess.
Proportionally, you have a big butt.
What did you roll? What did the DM just roll?
Oh no, Malik was trying to.
Just how
figure-
big your
I-
butt is.
I was. No, I'd have it roll a D100 for that. 40 damage is huge.
I'll be right back.
Huge. It's gonna be
I-
huge.
I needed to roll for Malik to sort of figure out he got upskirted by a cat, which was actually a druid, but he did not because he rolled a critical one, so he does not think of it at all.
Wow.
Oh, bless.
Glenn's honor is safe for another day.
Okay, well, I agree about the rest, but
No, you're being tied down. You're not getting it. You're not getting a say in it. Sorry,
Can I-
buddy.
be tied down on a bed at least. I can't sleep sitting up.
In it. Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Somewhere, the dwarf was sick for rope. His senses tingle.
Oh god, the Shibari dwarf.
So hey, Vistra, considering this is your family home,
Uh-huh.
are you gonna let us have a nap here?
I would. In a heartbeat.
Wait. Okay, no. You guys can sleep here if you want. But that's a person. Malik's still
Yeah.
processing.
Yep.
Yes. He's our druid.
Why doesn't he untap? an
Because
animal.
he hasn't got any clothes on.
I'm wearing his clothes.
Oh god.
Chaz is
Yeah.
just going to be like, well, yeah, well, according to the laws of maths, doesn't really make sense. Like, 100-pound human shouldn't turn into a 20-pound cat.
The heavy cat.
Chaz, according to the laws of maths, your boobs shouldn't be hypnotic, and yet they are.
Are they?
I'm hypnotic.
Column A, column B.
I'm still. That's the person.
Glenn, do you want to change back and blow his little mind, or do you want to stay a cat?
I don't want naked person. He's immediately putting a hand up in front of him.
Oh, bless.
In cat, I'm thinking, why is everyone paying attention to me? I'm trying to be just a cat that no one pays attention to.
You can understand us, though. We just can't understand you, right?
No, I can't understand you either. That's been part of the funny stuff between Chaz and
Oh,
I. 'Cause
right.
She's always said something important to me when I'm an animal.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I want a nap. Vistra, Malik, where can I nap?
Malik disappears for a moment. Beach Dubs. He just runs back towards presumably the back of the house.
Ah, what are you doing?
I'm
getting
helping.
some-
As
I'm
far
getting
away from
something
us as
to-
possible.
There's
Hey,
Lady
Morty, can
Malik
you give
out
me a rope?
naked.
Okay. Pass over the rope. You know
He
how to
hands it
use
to
that,
Chaz.
right? Oh.
That's why.
Instead of using the rope, Chaz is just going to pull out like one of her sleep darts, the one that's not currently loaded in her crossbow.
No.
Whoa, wait. Whoa, whoa. I made those
No.
for you.
Oh, bless.
And they sting like a bitch.
Yeah, they're very effective though.
Whoa. I am going.
I am adding to this wall.
She's just going to look at Morty and she's just going to be like, bed. Now.
Okay. Picks up
Do you
Axel
want to
Rod.
do the honors of the tying?
Where's the bed?
We're waiting for
Yeah,
Malik
where
to get
is
back
the
and tell
bed?
us that.
At some point, Malik comes back with a massive sort of sheet, and then they just drops it on Glenn.
Hey!
Bless.
Yeah, so you know cats when you throw a sheet on them,
Yeah.
how that goes.
Yes. Glenn, honey, Glenn, wait, shit. No, wait.
I rolled a
stop.
16 plus 6, so can I pick him up in the sheet like it's a sack?
Yes, you may.
Excellent, I'm gonna do that.
Ah!
Oh, no.
Like,
It's okay.
so do you have a bedroom or a bed that we can borrow for this idiot and this idiot in the sack?
Yeah,
Settle,
just follow.
Settle.
We've got
settle,
in
it's okay.
the right wing. There's a couple of guest rooms. I'll lead you there, but that's so
Thanks.
that when he uncats, they
He will uncat at some point.
when he uncats, he has that. Okay.
Nick's gonna like poke the bottom of the sack with the finger. He's a lot more manageable like this.
We're not gonna carry Glenn around in a sack.
Why not?
It's not. He could.
And why did you call him Connie?
What? I called him Glenn.
You said Glenn, honey, no.
He calls everybody honey. He calls me
He's
honey.
never called
We're
he's never
friends.
called Glenn honey before.
Ladies, gentlemen, and people of differing genders and persuasions, can we argue about this when I'm not holding a literal sack full of angry cat?
Okay. About mine.
Vic's gonna follow Malik, and he's making sure Morty is following too.
Okay. You do eventually come to the sort of like the right part of the house. There's a So just past the living room, there is another corridor, and along the way, you find a couple of guest rooms there.
Okay. Vic's just like going to lean back to Chaz. Chaz, darling, honey, light of my life. Can you come and tie Morty
No.
to a bed, please?
Wait. I need to remove these clothes and put on my clothes. So
In like 2 minutes.
yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can
Here's
do
the
it.
thing about ladies seeing is wang.
I don't. No one's gonna stare at that. No, I need to do that because these clothes need to go on Glenn clothes. No, these clothes go on Glenn body. My clothes go on my body.
Malik is just so confused, but he keeps like glancing over at the wriggling cat.
Vic's not stupid enough to drop the sack without the door closed.
Chaz is going to step out the door. She's actually first of all going to look around the room, see if there's any windows.
There is a window. It's along the same wall the bed is flush against.
Vic, can you stand by
Yep.
the window while I close the door, just in case Morty makes a run for the mines?
Okay.
Gonna make him run for the mines.
Luca.
Vic's holding onto the sack of cat with both hands and he plants himself in front of the window.
And Chaz is just going to look at Morty just before she leaves, and she's getting a suspicion. So she's just going to see where this goes. She's like, Morty, just be careful. Vic's got your boyfriend hostage. And then she's going to close the door behind her.
My who?
Vic's face literally just went,
What?
What?
What? What have you guys been up to while we were gone? Do you know what she's on about? Okay, I'm gonna.
take your pants off, get your pants
I-
off. You can leave.
But
Okay.
wait, I can leave. Okay, goodbye.
You can leave.
180s out of that room.
Just as Malik walks past Chaz, she's just going to very, very quietly say, watch those stairs.
Shoots it back to you as he walks past. Kiss my metal ass.
Did
He
Vistra
does
hear
have
the
a
laugh?
robot.
Robot!
Robot!
Oh,
Robot.
no.
Oh,
Did
Robo
Vistra hear that? Because she hasn't.
Oh god. Door's closed. Oh, what's the yes about? What is that yes about?
Cade's question.
Oh, okay, good. Because I had a question and you didn't answer.
Yes.
Oh,
Just
it
they
did?
have to roll for mines.
Why? I already made a roll
Oh,
for it.
okay, good. All right. So, of course, close. Like, all the time, Morty's like muttering, I have no idea what all. We'd be at the mines right now, but ooh.
Every time he mentions the mines, Vic's just keeping like a mental tally of how many times he mentions it.
Fucking bless.
Naked, hopping. Like, completely like, okay, where's my clothes on? Okay, well, I'm not gonna put the entire shebang on. I'm gonna put a shirt on and pants.
Put the pants on at least.
Yeah, okay.
And socks.
Ta-da. Why?
Because if we need to move in a hurry, I want you to be able to put your boots on.
Oh, okay.
And a
Chaz just
shirt.
over the ear clasp. That's cruel and unusual torture making him sleep in socks.
Yes.
He has feet. You have boobs.
Torture? Out of character.
Actually, does she have boobs?
Torture.
Shirt, pants, socks. Pulls hands out. Rolls around in place. Can you put Glenn down now? I don't know whether you've suffocated him already.
No, because the door, Chaz is going to have to tie you up.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't want an angry cat running around in the room while we're trying to tie you up.
He's not gonna be angry. It's,
I have him in a
That's what you
sack.
think.
it's on the bed. Do you want me to lie down? My hands up, my hands down, on my face, on
I'll let Chaz decide that. Chaz,
She's gonna come back into the room with an evil grin, and she's just gonna kind of crack the rope.
Wow.
I'm not resist. How do you
So
want
we're a
me?
dwarf with a predilection for knots and rope tying. His senses tingle. You could say his senses chuck tingle.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no!
Charles, sit your ass down.
Charles the dwarf.
Charles the dwarf.
Lee, all I have to say to that is that's not really That's not really appropriate.
I get the feeling that somewhere out there, Dara is grinning and she doesn't know why.
Yeah, but Dara's just tied up at the moment.
Wow!
Can you fucking bless?
Oh
My
So Morty's
God.
about to have the best experiences of the worst experience of his young life.
Very frightened small sound. So, how do you want me?
On your front, please.
On my front.
Sorry, on your back. On your back, please.
Back. Lies down, like stiff as a board.
Arms out. Legs out. Good pet. And she's gonna go about tying him.
It's just like watching her just like
Axelrod sits next to Chaz, just sort of watching as Chaz sort of ties the ropes around, and the Axelrod moves out of the way when he needs to, but he just sort of wants to see what Chaz is doing with like mild curiosity.
Baby, just settle down. Don't bother, Chaz. Don't. Is it
So Chaz-
tight?
Chaz is gonna finish tying up the ropes, and it's the kind of knot that won't tighten if Morty tries to pull on it, but it's firm and it's not going anywhere.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as Morty is completely restrained, Axelrod takes his time to climb on top of Morty, and Axelrod's now proper heavy. He's like leaning towards a 7
Baby.
7 kilos heavy now.
Oof.
He's now on top of you, and he goes to walk over onto your chest and sits curled around your neck, but most of his body sort of on the upper part of your chest.
Oh, baby, I love
funny.
you, but
Chaz is gonna pat Morty's face very gently, scoop her arms under Axelrod, and just be like, "Come on, baby, let's go get some food, okay? I'm sure I've got some bugs in my bag."
At the mention of bugs, Axelrod sort of like does that 180 thing from his body. Sort of blinks at you excitedly.
Bless.
go on, have some bugs, babe.
can you just wait for me? Vic's gonna like come towards the door. But he's gonna make sure the window's locked. He's gonna draw the curtains. And then he's gonna like go over to Chaz and go mostly out of the door and drop the sack and slam the door closed.
Oh my god! That would hurt! Oh,
Tom,
He
mute the
doesn't
mic.
hold him high. It's
On
like on the ground
which side?
level.
Which side of the door? Because Chaz
The
kind of
Outside
doesn't
the
want
room or
Morty in.
inside?
No, he's just doing it so that when there's angry cat, he's not in the room.
Okay, so I'm still in the room.
Yeah, you're still in the room with Morty. He's just gonna drop the sack and close it. So he's just like, when Glenn
Okay.
uncats, we can do the somebody else staying in there with them and Morty. But right now, angry cat equals ouch.
Can Morty see what's going on from the bed?
Yes, you can.
What
Vaguely.
was that for?
So what's Glenn Cat gonna do?
Well,
We know.
Eventually work my way out of the sheet, I'm assuming. When I finally see that we're in a room and it's clear, I'll change back. And then I'll get very distressed to see Morty tied up to the bed. So
Hi.
Oh no.
who's still in the room?
Just us.
No one.
Oh no, as soon as we hear the fact that you're back, Vic's gonna open the door again. He's not gonna like just leave you fucking in there to untie Morty.
Yeah. Because that's what
What
Chaz
is
is
this?
worried about too.
Oh, good.
What
you're
is
good.
this?
Glenn, have you got people voices?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response right now, Vic. What is
Okay, cool.
going
He's
on?
just gonna open the door directly into Glenn if Glenn's still in front of the door.
Oh
I'm-
god.
I'm
Possibly.
fine. I'm fine. I'm.
No, you're not fine. This is not fine. What is going on? Someone
Oh,
explain
I will
God.
to me
tell
what's
you
going on.
momentarily. Put your pants on.
No, you'll tell me now. Why is he tied up?
I refuse to talk to you when your penis is out of your pants.
Fine, someone else can talk to me.
I'm fine. This is because they think I'm being controlled by vampires. I really am not, but I suppose it's
Where do you want to go the most right now, Morty?
the mind.
Okay, that's great. I understand. I was told that there was something going on with Morty. I assumed it had something to do with the fact that vampires still control the stone sickness. He shouldn't be tied up, and I will tell you why. Previously, I was scared that I would be a literal physical harm to other people, and you still let me sleep in a bed without any defense or anything. All he wants to do is go to the mines. I don't want him to go, but it's not right that you should then turn around and restrain him like this. I will stay up and keep an eye on him. I would prefer that than for you to treat Morty in that way when you wouldn't let me have any say in how I protected you all in my own way when I felt it was necessary.
Hang on a sec, Glenn. Hang on a sec. You didn't have opposable thumbs at the time.
I have opposable thumbs now.
Okay. If Morty gets it in his mind to go off to the mines and thinks it's not a danger, which it is,
I get that
we
it
all
is.
need to
I was
rest.
in those
We're
mines.
all, including you, we're all fucking exhausted. We need to rest, and we can't do that if Morty's running around with opposable thumbs free.
Fine. You keep him not tied up. I will stay in the bed with him. And as an elf, I only need to meditate. I can stay fully aware while sleeping.
You
I
do
will
that?
bed, you
alert you
say?
the second he tries to do anything.
Okay.
If you only need to
That's not a bad
meditate, why the
idea.
fuck do you sap out all the goddamn time?
Because none of your business.
Because Nanya.
Okay, well, you have fun unwrapping him. I'm gonna go catch a
Well,
nap.
he has a
And
point.
Nick's just gonna leave.
He's got a point.
If it helps any,
And turn-
it's comfortable.
And turning to Chaz, I'm going to say, look, I know this isn't the smart thing to do, but it's right, and you know I'm right.
Chaz is just gonna look at him. And then she's just gonna say, have fun trying to work out how to untie those knots, honey.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
And she's gotta walk out the door.
oh Lord.
Um.
Oh,
I don't think
dear.
I'm there for that.
Hmm. He's right though. These feel a bit complicated.
Oh.
Fucking bless.
I don't know. Are you there, Vistra? I thought you hung back with Kidra.
Yeah, I think I did. Dang it.
I'm
Okay.
just
Dang it.
checking because Chaz has a dagger and some scissors, so she can get the knots off really easily just by cutting them. But Glenn doesn't have anything to cut them with, does he?
No,
Like he doesn't have
But-
his gear with him.
But Morty's
I'm
gear is
still
there.
going to
though.
attempt. No. That's fair
I would
enough.
actually like to pose this if everyone's forgotten about Charles von Tangle, the rope enthusiast.
Fucking.
Remember who helped him make the basket, the
Oh,
rope basket?
right.
Who did? I
You
don't think
did.
I did.
You
Glenn?
did. You did.
You did.
Really?
Yeah.
Would have picked
Did
up
I
something.
do that?
Would have picked
No,
up
I'm
something.
not going to step. I'm not going to suggest that I have any kind of rope work expertise, but I'll try.
Okay.
As an
Um,
aside, these knots probably have a quick release because that's pretty standard in BDSM, but it will
Yeah.
be difficult.
I won't know it.
So
Yeah, I
is
know.
this
Yeah.
of agreement
What-
from the DM?
Is it just a regular check?
Yeah, just a regular check. It'd be a dexterity check from you.
Okay, well, dexterity is so that's 14.
You're pretty sure there is a singular at the end of the rope. There is a way to pull at it, but if you
Sorry.
pull at it the wrong way, it can tighten instead.
Ugh.
All right, well, knowing that, I'm not going to take that risk, and instead I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on Mordecai, which allows him to slip
Hey!
it.
Does that make
Do
me?
you have a spell slot for that though?
Yeah, the short rest I did gave me up like the equivalent of a level 4 spell slot back.
Okay.
The ropes,
What
they
is-
come loose.
Ah.
They floop.
I love this.
I'm just going to say to Morty, all right, you stay there. You stay right there. Okay?
This is a good.
You do know they do have a point. I'm like, I don't know if I'm being possessed. All I know is I really want to go to the mines. For some reason. I don't even think of the reason.
I think I know the reason, but that's not important. Yes, they are right that you would be in danger if you went there right now. And I don't really have an answer for how to stop it, but I know that it would be wrong for me to let you suffer like that when you all trusted me after I tore you to shreds that night in Darthoon. So just let me put some pants on so you're more comfortable, and I'm just gonna hold on to you.
You don't have to wear pants if you don't want to. In bed.
No. This is for your sake.
I just don't have any weapons with me. Don't want to hurt you if I suddenly get possessed. Or sort
I
of-
trust you. Climb into bed. I tell him I kind of shove him to roll over, so I'm spooning him. Big spoon. I'm the big spoon,
Look at your dollar.
and yeah, one of my arms is sort of under his neck, the other's over his chest, and
Oh, sleepy man.
I just say good night.
Oh.
Sleepy man.
To be fair, Morty doesn't go to sleep immediately though. He's sitting there going. He's really actually honestly worried that this is the start of something.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
The what? The relationship or the possession?
Start with something worse.
And fade to black.
Fade to black. Dragon Age
I would
music.
like
Fade to
to
black.
prefer this link.
I can't click because I'm holding a cat.
I can
I
see
feel like it's
you
a
shippers
category
there.
of like, I can do that.
Oh, your faces.
Hell yeah!
Oh, to spoon!
Oh god.
After Vic leaves Morty and Glenn to the shenanigery, he's literally just gonna take a cat. and go away.
Shenanigery.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
It's going Keith hunting.
Okay,
Vic is
so
going Keith hunting.
Hydra?
What?
Vic has gone Keithra hunting.
Okay, well, Kira's with Vistra, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
While all that
I-
was happening, Malik is sort of at a loss of what else to do and still confused that cat was person. Sort of basically comes back with tea.
Bless.
Well, I mean, it's magic. You know, I mean, people can change into animal. It's fucking. I can't do it, but it's fucking amazing. I've watched him do it a few times. It still fucking blows my mind. Funny thing is that I've never seen him transform into an animal with his clothes still on, and I kind of want to see what that looks like. Just to see him sort of shrink it like whoomp.
Could you imagine if instead of fire, you just turned into animals, Vistra?
Are you
randomly
fucking crazy? Me
What?
without fire is like water without liquid.
Okay, that's true. But what if you turned into something that wasn't fire?
Like what?
At a loss of any imagination, a fire cat.
Oh, a fire cat! Oh my! How dare you make me happy about this imaginary thing?
You're welcome. Maybe you can ask your friend to teach you how to fire cat. That would be.
I'm gonna set him on fire! One day while he's in cat form, I'm just gonna come up and and he's just gonna go boom! And I'm
Vistra?
just gonna love it!
What? Kitty's probably sitting there with like a very, very tiny cup of tea in her hands. And she, like, the cup is like this big. And she's like, maybe don't get that excited about setting Glenn on fire.
Chaz is going to walk through at this point and she's going to be like, no, that's exactly how excited you should get about setting Glenn on fire.
No.
She's going to go sit down.
No.
What fire cat? This is Malik's fault because now he makes me want a thing that doesn't exist.
I'm sure there's probably a thing that does exist, like I don't know. Isn't there like different planes? Maybe on the fire plane they've got fire cats.
Maybe on the fire plane they've got fire cats. Oh my gosh. Someone promised me that one day we're gonna go to the fire plane just so I can pet a fire cat.
Wouldn't you want like a fireproof cat instead?
No, I want a fire cat. I want whenever it meows, like just this like little ray of fire just goes boom. And like I want like a really bushy tail that's just like fucking flames, like a 9 tails, but like on fire. Like a fucking Vulpix, I don't know.
What's a Vulpix?
It's a reference to nothing. Pay no attention.
It sounds like something you would Pokemon on a bus.
What's a bus?
Oh.
Isn't that like the word that you mean when you butthole, like when you serve the bus around? The bus.
Anyway,
When Vic
is Morty asleep? What's happening? Where are you back? Is Morty asleep? Where's Glenn?
Glenn had an attack of the responsibilities and is looking after Morty.
The responsibilities.
I hate those. I hate feeling responsible for things.
It's like the vapors.
There's a fainting couch involved, you know. it's
The
obvious.
responsibility.
Oh god, oh no! I'm feeling it! I'm feeling responsible!
You see Malik sort of like puts you together. There's a naked man.
He has pants
In a
on now, I
room.
think.
Oh. There's a
You can
half
have a look if you
man.
want.
I don't want to. I think I'm fine. I just.
I mean,
Okay,
I'll
Glenn's
I-
always
introduce
been
you to
very-
Glenn when he wakes up.
I'm just not used to people being very comfortable with the naked thing. That's
We aren't. We
You
had
have
to
a wife.
learn.
You have a wife you told.
What?
No, that's the other brother with the husband.
No, this one whispers. Wait,
Is
my
it?
notes. Yeah, man. Well, hang on. Our Malik had a wife. Yeah, I did. He has one. It says in my notes somewhere that he has one. What a wife and a daughter and a thing.
Yeah, the wife and daughter and everything.
Bless.
I have 3 pages of notes on Vistra's backstory, which half
there
of
we
which
go.
involve the phrase, Vistra doesn't know this.
Yes.
Vistra cannot find shit and doesn't know things. It's fucking amazing.
Malik emphatically agrees with you, but then also adds, "Yes, but I'm also uncomfortable when she gets naked with me." The honeymoon is a very strenuous occasion.
Sorry to put an aside. I really want a fucking nap. Where can I sleep?
Where
That's true.
can my friends sleep?
You were literally in the corridor full of them. Those are all your rooms now. Congratulations.
Hydra,
What?
nap time.
Nap time.
Vic's going to he's not even
He's
going to
not
bother
even
pretending. He's just going to pick up a cat. He's just going to
I know.
reach down and pick him up and
Pick
follow
up a
to
cat.
whichever room Hydra is in.
And then May picks up
Just like
Luca.
that.
Sorry, you said picks up a cat, and then May picks up Luca.
Yep.
Just like that.
Because he's trying to get to my chips.
Oh.
Okay.
silly
As
cat.
you guys, there's 3 separate rooms apart from the one that's currently occupied. So divvy up as you see fit.
Vic's just going to go into whatever room Hydra's in.
Okay. Well, Kidga takes whatever, whichever room. The first one that is the closest.
The question is, if the dwarven bed's going to be big enough for Hydra's legs?
Probably not.
Hey.
That's okay. She will sleep curled up.
Y'all forget that the Frostbeards
like a
are
little
relatively
baby.
rich. I kind of did let go of the description of the room so far, but they are pretty swank. They've
Okay.
got pretty big beds. That said, while it does fit all of you comfortably, those of you who are massive beanpoles, you fit exactly on the bed.
As in, when Kidga's laying down, her head is touching the bed and her feet are touching. Well, she's gonna sleep on her side and just curl up a little bit. She doesn't fucking care.
When
It
she
could
lies
have been-
down, Vic,
It could have
He's
been
gonna
much,
put-
much worse.
when she lies down, Vic is going to put a cat so that she's the big spoon. He's going to put a cat down next to her.
Aww.
A cat doesn't mind, but a cat fixes it so that instead of being spoon, a cat is a cat's head is at your thighs, while a cat's butt is at your face.
She doesn't care.
Typical
just
dog.
puts-
Well,
she just
typical
puts-
animal.
Yeah, she just puts her arm over cat's midriff and pats.
That's the belly.
Pats.
Pats the belly.
A cat does a thing that when you pat their belly, they start to sort of stretch out and roll around. Roll.
Oh.
It's oh yeah,
That's
I
all
did.
bow.
Oh yeah, I did promise you, Pats, didn't I? She's gonna pet a cat a little bit.
And Vic's just going to crawl onto the section of bed that is currently unoccupied and lie down on it and just fucking pass out.
Oh bless.
Okay. How about the rest of you? Cat. Sorry. Chaz, Vistra.
Yeah, cat, get out of the game.
bring us our Chaz back. Vistra's probably gonna sleep either in the room where her sister is, or the one closest to it, or next to it, just in case something happens and she needs help. She just wants to be sure that she's kind of close enough to be able to help.
So you do have an option of going into her. So are you going back into Vostarica's room, or are you going to your own?
If there's like a space for her to rest in Masarika's room, then she's gonna stay there.
Yeah, your siblings, you all have like queen size beds.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
right.
dwarf.
And I mean, I'm not gonna sleep in the bed like with her because I feel like she's gonna. Plus, it's a really wet bed. Oh my.
It's the wettest bed.
It is.
Are you saying that Vic wet the bed?
Oh my god. Oh, Mango. Mango?
She froze.
Mango froze.
Mango.
Oh god. Talking about the bed that made a mango freeze. Oh, Mango,
Okay.
there you are.
Mango back.
God.
The frozen mango has thawed.
The frosted mango. A little soggy. Mildly
Oh
cooked.
God. No longer a Frostbeard.
A defrost beard mango.
Melted
Oh my
beard.
god.
Melted mango.
Yeah. Well, if there's like a big like a wingback chair or like a chaise lounge that she can sleep on, or like or one of those things in the room, then she's gonna sleep there. But if not, she's gonna sleep in the room like next to it, and then just keep
Okay.
her door open just in case something happens.
There is a chair, like a pretty big, comfy chair in the room. But if you do sort of peek in anyway, regardless of what your choice,
Alright.
like
Okay.
sleep at this point. You note that Costa Rica has decided to sleep on her unmelted side, and she's actually moved across the bed so that she's not sleeping in the wet spot.
Oh. There. Well, yeah, there. I don't even know if she knows that I'm there, but I'm just gonna like. Yeah, she's just gonna be like close by.
Okay. She's KO, so.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Sorry. There's a sleepy baby in the maze arms, and that's adorable.
Aww.
Oh, I couldn't see because of my screen. Oh, a pterodactyl screeches.
Well, Chaz is gonna watch Vistra go into the room, and she's gonna hover for a moment. Then she's gonna look down the hallway to where Vic went in with Kedra, and then she's just kind of gonna go into another room and sit on the bed for a little while.
Oh, lonely. Lonely. I'm tiefling lonely.
Oh.
And she's just
Okay.
gonna be like, okay then, and curl up.
Oh.
As you settle to curl up, you hear a thwack on the window, followed by a series of panicked tapping.
Small bird.
Chaz is gonna run to the window and open it.
Oh. Herb.
Nor until Brook
Um,
froze.
Oh my god, no.
Oh no.
Surprise!
That would be
No,
Bet you
terrible.
thought you saw the last of me, did you?
not canon, not DM approved, but like no. Chaz like turns around to look at the window. The window opens, the curtains billow inwards, and North Hillbrook floats in.
Oh shit.
Like David Bowie.
Oh.
in a shower of glitter.
Oh no! Oh
The
god! No! Don't
biggest
say
freaking cod
that!
face. Massive cod
Oh.
face.
God. See,
Oh,
now I am not gonna. Every time we have a scene now with Lord Tilbro, I'm just gonna be picturing David Bowie.
Oh god.
Good.
The consequence
Well,
of that.
Well, his face claim could be David Bowie. He's just
The older David Bowie.
It could be one.
Which David Bowie though? Like Ziggy Stardust or Jared?
Jared.
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 Yeah.
They share syllable. Jared, Nord.
Hey.
Boys bad hair days.
It is in fact Mouse, and Mouse does seem okay for the most part, but very dazed. As you now notice that there is a bit of a feathery impact on the window. Mouse looks very confused, and as she tries to sort of hop up onto your arm, she is very wobbly. And as she comes closer to your face, like as you sort of bring her to her face, it smells like alcohol.
What did you do?
Oh no.
There is very, I guess, the first time you could ever say drunken chirping coming from your little owl.
Oh no.
Jazz is just gonna sigh and she's gonna be like, I suppose I need to get you some food and water then.
No, I'm so angry.
As you do though, there is a very drenched note attached to Owl's leg.
Well, Chaz is gonna give Axelrod and Mouse some food before she does anything because she's still got
Okay.
Axelrod as well.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna untie the note, look at Mouse, and be like, "Do you need water?"
If you could hear a bird hiccup, your owl just hiccup.
Chaz is gonna look around, see if there's any like pitchers of water or anything in the room, or if she has to leave.
There is a pitcher of water right next to a couple of like fancy decanters. I don't know, the glass bottles of alcohol that aren't wine bottles. The fancy ones that rich people keep them in.
Decanters.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, sure. I guess I was right.
Jazz is going to take the water. She's going to first take a little sip to make sure it's water.
It's water.
And she's going to put some in, like, I assume she's got like a food bowl for Mouse. She's going to put some in the food bowl.
All right.
And just be like, you drink.
As you lead her to the water, she kind of just like tries to for a tiny owl and a relatively well-sized bowl, she misses, and then she sort of hops into the bowl and starts trying to bathe in the water while also trying to drink it. Like you see her sort of like lose balance a couple times, land on her wing and flap agitatedly, but get back up on her her little feet, and then like sort of drunkenly try to apply water to Owl.
Jazz is just gonna look at her and just be like, Vic called you the useful one.
There is gives a couple of very drunken, like sing-songy chirps, but like littered with some hiccups.
What is this game? Oh my god.
Okay, and with Axelrod?
Oh gosh.
What's Axelrod doing?
Axelrod is like whether or not you've put out the food quite yet or not. Axelrod is completely like staring, confused at now.
Chaz is just gonna look at him and just be like, "You'll understand when you're older. She's gonna have a hell of a headache tomorrow morning."
Like Axelrod is like sitting down, like sort of like splayed like hind legs out and like the front paws in front of him, like tilting his head around like what Mouse is doing, sort of tilting it and blinking slowly.
Chaz is gonna like very subtly like push his food a little bit just to try and get his attention with it.
Oh, eventually he does notice the food is there and goes to it. Not without throwing a few like curious glances at Mouse as well.
When Chaz has seen that Mouse has had at least some water, she's going to
Course.
take the water away and put it somewhere where Mouse can't accidentally fall over into it and drown. And then she's just going to put Mouse on the floor, pick up Axelrod and put Axelrod on the bed and just sigh. Then she's going to go over to the window, make sure it's closed and locked. And then she's going to go back to bed and she's going to just be like, I am too tired to deal with this. And then finally what she's going to do before she sleeps is she's actually going to read the note for once.
It says 3 words. Sorry, wait. I'm counting my words right. Wait, what was the message? Shit, wait. DM panic.
Booty pinch.
Okay.
I've summoned.
Okay.
Fuck.
There are 4 words on the note. Message received. Watching Copper Root.
Copper root? How's that spelled?
Copper and root.
Okay. How is root spelled?
Ilocano.
There's more than one root.
Kanya.
It's more than
Yeah.
one root.
There you go.
What? Ah, root. Sorry. Yeah, root as in the tree.
Okay. She's just gonna nod to herself, tuck it away, and go to sleep. Just, she's over today.
At least she's surrounded by chicks.
Yes, yes. Amazing.
Oh
Whereas
my
I'm just
God.
surrounded by furries.
Bless.
Rude.
Oh,
Oh no. And I think
Cat just hiding under her blanket.
if my timing is right, I think we'll end the session there.
Oh, that's so cute though.
nap time.
Ending the session with everybody sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally get some sleep.